Oh, ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, we have the legendary DJ Ass Rape
Yeah.
in the studio today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even think twice. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I got excited over that.
I was going to say, I came up with this question yesterday randomly. I actually put it on Twitter.
Sponsored by La Crux.
Oh, yeah. And
Sparkling water.
G Fuel.
Limon Quello.
Yeah, we got both of our sponsors. I'm a crack a cold one open. The boys are gonna come once I do this.
Every time that I crack open I know. Every time that I crack open like a can, I will always say, like, even if people can't see me or if like my brother hears me over the phone, I'll crack a can and I'll just say Four Loko. Like I'll just like crack. Yeah, I'll crack it and I'll be like, Four Loko, and people are like, no, are you really drinking that? And I'm like, no, I'm not. That bit me on the ass this past weekend though. I went to Hard. And then I met someone's cousin, and they're like, oh, like, hey, blah, 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 and we're talking and stuff like that. He leaves, he comes back, and then he hands me a can to drink, like, you know, just like liquor to drink. And I look down at it, and it's a fucking Four Loko. And I'm like, where did you get this? And he was just like, at the stand, they're selling it. And I'm like, they are not selling Four Loko. He's like, yeah, they are. And I was like, oh, my God.
Throwback.
Like, after all this time of me, like, talking shit, just saying, like, Four Loko, like, it finally happened. And I was like, well, got to nut up or shut up. Time to drink that Four Loko.
Also brought to you by Alkaline Water.
Alkaline Water.
That's funny. Brought to you by Four Loko, too.
I was just listening to his that album not so long ago.
Which one? King's Disease 1?
Yeah, 1. 2's good. I like 1 better. 1 was so good.
I think 3 is actually the best one, if you ever heard that one.
I haven't even heard 3.
You should check it out. And then Magic just came out.
He does that a
really
lot,
recently.
I noticed. He does like fucking like series of albums and stuff like that.
With this, he has Magic 1 and 2 now. He has like 5 albums with Hit Boy now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a lot.
Well, Hit Boy and him work well together though, so I don't blame him.
Yeah, for real.
If you find the chemistry that you work well with somebody, be like, well, yeah, fucking keep on it. Like,
might as well. That's why we got to do another album.
I know. I got to finish my EP and push that towards
soon.
a record company. Honestly, that's like the next goal. Spoiler alert, New Jack working on his EP still, fucking trying to push it to the record company. But yeah, no, that and I've been working on all my visual set. That's what I was supposed to record today too. Remember, I didn't even do it.
Oh, yeah.
But well, I mean, I've just been swamped with just fucking working on the visual set and like all the other fucking work that's been going on and stuff. So
yeah, it's hard.
I don't know.
It ain't easy.
Being cheesy.
Right. I came up with this question. And it's a ridiculous.
Oh,
question.
you wrote a question down. Yeah. How are you, by the way? Let's start it off with the introductions. How's everything? How's life?
It's cool.
You had to take the princess Astra Alicorn back, right? She had to go back to the southern dimension.
The Texas deep space.
Yeah, deep space.
She had to go back to deep space.
Not to the banished lands.
Right.
No, that's cool. I mean, did you enjoy your time with her?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it was, it seems like it gets better and better every time.
Well, yeah, I mean, I feel like she's so used to like California, especially like a summer, Cali summer. No one ever really wants to leave a California summer.
Yeah, exactly. It was hot. Like we get off the plane there and it's 7 at night and it's like 105 and humid.
Yeah, gross, dude.
It was just terrible.
Well, I mean, California is getting kind of, over the years, even I've said it and it's just been like kind of studied that like California weather is getting more humid. It's getting more tropical.
A little more.
Yeah, it's definitely getting more tropical over the years as it goes on and stuff like that. Like the weather change is just, it's getting more like, I don't know, like Hawaiian-ish. Not as humid though.
This year is like the rainiest year ever.
I know. Well, we got that storm that caught over from Mexico, right? It fucking like there was like a hurricane over there and we got like the outskirt of it. Because yeah, it rained here in Los Angeles. And I was kind of glad I didn't wash my car. I was like, oh, shit, I was about to wash it, and like it rained all of a sudden.
I have like the worst luck with that. Every time I wash my car, it's like...
Usually I do too, but like I was like, oh, well, good thing I didn't wash my car because I was about to, and then it fucking rains. But no, yeah, after that day too, I was like, it's going to be humid. And it was. I was like, not unbearable, but it was very humid. I was like, yeah.
It's humid for here, but it's another level when you get to like
Texas,
dude,
I don't know.
Houston, Texas.
Yeah, Houston sucks, though. I mean, well, fucking Texas, like weather sucks. Sorry, Texas people have nothing. Well, maybe some of you. But it's just like that weather is just, I don't know, it'll be dry, it'll be humid, it'll be hot, it'll be stormy, it'll be thundery, and then like it'll be like dusty. It's just like all over the fucking place.
And then it's like freezing more there now.
Their weather is a reflection of their attitudes for how much mood swings they have. Sorry.
That seems like what it is, right?
For sure. It's a collective of them like influencing the energy around the fucking weather, and it just fucking fluctuates. I don't know.
So this was the question. I put it on Twitter because You can get away or it's X now. I forgot. Twitter's X now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm actually more about Threads right now. I mean, I've never really been about Twitter. I have, and some people fucking flourish on there.
Yeah. The one thing that's good with Twitter is like, oh, I don't have to worry about what I'm saying. The other shit, it's like you say the most innocuous
I
thing
don't
and
know,
you get in
man.
trouble.
Twitter's a fucking like.
Well, X
Twitter's a
now, I
fucking
guess.
yeah. X is a war zone. There's sometimes those shit goes off and you're like, whoa.
Well, I mean, most of the time you won't get your account disabled on
Yeah,
Twitter.
yeah.
That's what I mean.
You know what I noticed too
specifically.
is that when people go across platforms, some of them thrive better than others on other
on
platforms.
different ones.
Yeah, like okay, it's like so. I was looking at some people's platforms on Threads, and like for instance, like some people are like at fucking sitting at like I don't know 13K or like fucking 25K or like 100 like K for fucking like thread following, and then you click on their profile, like their actual Instagram profile, and they are real people. They're not bots, but they're just
Yeah.
like they're only like I don't know like 300 to 1,000 followers. And it's
That's
just so
random.
weird. Like it's just like the flip. Like same thing with me though. Like I got like what I think like 20K or on fucking Instagram, and then like on fucking like on like TikTok and other like platform. Like I think actually on Threads I only have like 150, and then fucking like
I don't have a lot on
one
there
TikTok
either.
account's like 500. I mean the other one's okay. I'm like damn, this is like pretty low. Like honestly, it's weird how when you jump platforms, how like yeah, I guess you just transcribe better in some other ones. I have no idea.
I think a lot of people haven't joined Threads yet, is what it is.
I don't
Like, some
know.
people
There's some
have.
people that yeah. I mean, well, I see that the highest numbers I've been seeing only is like 20, like 20, 25, really.
It's not a lot. Yeah.
It's not. So I feel like not many people are on it, but the simps will ever follow their fucking illustrious mistresses on fucking Threads. So
on
therefore,
Threads.
if the girl they be trickling on is on fucking Threads or simping over, they be on God. They will go quick.
So if getting fucked in the ass made your dick bigger, how many straight guys would get fucked in the ass?
This is an actual question you thought
Yeah.
of and wrote down.
Yeah.
I thought Pride Month was over.
It's never over.
I know it's Pride Year.
Pride year. No, I thought about it. I was like, they probably would.
Wait, what is that a scientific proven fact?
No, if getting fucked in your ass made your dick bigger, how many straight guys you
Man,
think
you
would get
started
fucked
off
in the ass?
strong for this first question.
Yeah,
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
coming in hot.
Yeah, you are coming in hot. He's coming.
Yeah.
I'm coming. What the fuck?
It gets like you think about it when you first hear it, it's like that's such a stupid question. Then you think about it, it's like, okay, that's still stupid, but actually,
Hold on. No, just playing. I just
speaking
next
of
question.
Sims,
Oh God, Simpsons.
and speaking of which, how's your music going?
It's going well. It's just fucking. I don't know, dude. There's a topic I was talking to with Mars, and then there's just there's been a lot going on. Like I'm working on this EP. I've been fucking trying to just do the best I can and make something really fucking good. That I have a project that I can like push towards like a record company, and even if like whenever I move on to my next project after that, I just want to make sure that this is like a very good starting point, like to be like a debut.
Yeah,
So I don't know. I've been trying to really cut in corners and like not cut corners. I'm sorry, call favors really from people and like get together artists that I know that I want to work with. I mean, you already had your part on it.
Oh yeah, the EP.
Yeah. And then for that, well, besides that, I've been working on the visuals for Sad Boy Summer. Remember that we had a podcast episode about that?
Yeah,
remember
Sad Boy Summer.
when I talked about like Little Premise about like what it was about.
Yeah.
So I've been working on the visuals, and I think that this time it won't be. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm just working faster, but I feel like for the first one, Mu 23. Remember that one that I did, that like live
Yeah.
performance? That one took like I think like 3.5 months, and that was just straight me like matching like so much of the music. And this time I'm a little bit more flexible with it. I got a lot of parts already done, and I'm just like, well, like it should only take me like a month and a half to finish this. Maybe I think it's probably only gonna take me like 2 months, 2 solid months to finish this, and well, I've already been working on it for like a month already. So my due date is the last day of summer, which is like I don't know, September 24th, right? That should be like the last day of summer,
I believe
because
yeah.
that's when that summer
Yeah.
equinox ends, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's when that should be coming out, and then after that, pretty much just still work on the EP and push it towards fucking whatever record label. Really, I have to choose one to my choosing. Really.
Yeah. See what you could do.
I know. No, one of the another. I guess is a little bit personal, but I mean, whatever. I mean, it's people like to hear you get personal. No, I was telling Mars King Marzu that no, the company that I work for, the fucking clothing company promoted me. And I'm like, cool, like that's nice and all. And like, I'm pretty much I know how much work I put in there, but I'm like, I should be putting this amount of work into like my own projects and shit like that. I shouldn't be making other people's dreams come true. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm happy to do so. And on top of that, they're having a 20th anniversary party in October. Don't get me wrong, that's pretty a while to go. Like 20 years, that is a milestone.
Yeah.
And they asked me to be like, hey, like, do you want to DJ for the party? Because they just know like what kind of like traction I bring.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I thought about it at first, and I was like, well, it's a 20th year anniversary party, that might be kind of cool. But then like I was like, they wanted me to play a certain genre, which is city pop, which I don't mind. I can play the fuck out of any genre I play.
City pop.
Yeah, I know how to play well. I know what I do well. But it's just, I don't know, like I don't want to be conformed to just sitting and like playing in like different genres that like literally I'm just stuck playing with. Like, like there's like in here, there's like there's a bunch of scenes for like, city pop, like dark house, deep techno, like queer EBM and stuff like that. Like there's just all these things. And I'm like, I don't conform to any of that. Like, I want to play what I want to play, and I want to play what I make. And then on top of that, if you want me to play your 20th anniversary party, like you got to hire me as a fucking artist. I don't do charity work. Like it's not what I do. Like I'm going to say no because I'm saying no for like the reasons that I'm trying to better myself, really. So I don't know. I'm getting picky, but I don't think it's a bad thing, really, right? I mean, the more you say no, the more people sometimes want you. So
yeah, and if you're really against it, then you should, like at a certain point, we got to have like artistic integrity.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy what I do. I know I'm really good at what I do. It's just that I don't know. Like, if you want me to play for your party, then you might as well pretty much hire me for it. I'm not gonna sit there and just like act like that's gonna be all right. Like fucking like I just gonna like kind of just do it off a whim. Like one, I know they're not gonna pay me for it because the way they're asking it makes it seem like they just want me to do like charity work, and I'm like, no. If you want me to be an artist at this party, like you gotta hire me as an artist. Sorry. Like
yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, and then on top of that, I don't know. One of the past shows I did, I mean, this happens a lot in the music industry, but like I like did a show and it took me like 2 months to get paid, and I was like, dude, seriously?
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that.
Yeah, and I was like, that's the last time I walked for. And on top of that, like this person, like I don't know, I'm not talking shit. Everyone's going through it right now. There's a lot going on over the world, but then like. It took that long to get me paid, and I was like being very, 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 very patient. Like I wasn't hassling them, I wasn't fucking like bugging them. I was just like, hey, whenever you get the chance, blah blah blah. And then when the payment came, and like the day came, it was like, oh, I'll pay you for sure on this day. And it came, and I asked, and I was like, oh, let me like, I'm like, you're struggling around for like so much more time than I've given you, honestly. Like, just pay me within the end of the week, and then that's it. And then what they paid me, I was like, it took you that long to come up with that amount of money. I was like, really? Like it took you that long to come up with fucking I'm not gonna say what it was.
You don't have to.
No, yeah, but like I was just like, seriously? I was like, come on, dude. Like anybody could have paid that, really. So I think that's the last time I do a show like that for a favor, because that show happened because I was doing someone a favor.
Yeah.
And then I was like, fuck it, like I'll do it, whatever. So, but no, that's the last time I do something that small, and honestly, that favor for pulled out. I was like, nothing against the person that asked me. It was nothing against them at all. Like I love that person. They're a very cool person. Sulk was like really fucking good people. But the person that was just initiating the whole club scene and stuff like that, I was like, dude, like literally you're being so fucking sketch, and I don't dig that.
It is trash. I mean, we deal with that a lot as artists. It's like everybody loves art, but they don't want to pay for it,
Yeah, everyone wants to fucking hand me out. Especially when I first like, I don't know. Now when I got out of college. And then when I was just like running around LA, like that first year, like when I was just like kind of like, oh, I'm out of like college, and like I want to network with people, and I did. But like when you say you're a producer, everyone immediately is just like, let's work, like, and they want like a hand me out. Like everyone wants you to make them sound better. And see, don't get me wrong though, there is creative aspect, and you do work with some people where you're like, oh shit, this is cool, different chemistry. And that's usually what it should be about. But a lot of the times, people are just looking for a hand me out to make themselves sound better, make themselves look better, and be like, this is who I'm working with and stuff like that. But some people are out there to actually do like active, artistic, creative content. So
yeah, that's true. I mean, it is crazy. Well, this is what a lot of promoters do is like they'll have it where you have to put money down to get onto a show, and then they want you to sell tickets, and you have to sell a certain amount of tickets to get paid.
I know, yeah, that's so weird. I did that for like a silent disco too. They're like, we're not paying you. You got to make yourself get paid by how much guests you're bringing in. I'm like, okay, like that's nice, I guess, but like, fuck.
And it's like, can you trust them to pay you? Can you trust that they're going to give you accurate count?
I get it in a sense. Like everyone needs, money to like kind of make these things run, and if they're just paying them, but it's like if you're not paying the artist, then what are the artists even really doing for you? Because like you're bringing they're the talent that makes these things happen. If you're just trying to fucking like scapegoat them into like being like, oh, you could play here, like get your publicity, but we're not gonna pay you, just like as long as you get your exposure, then we're gonna call it equal. And it's like no, like I don't know. Plus, we're in Los Angeles. This is the entertainment capital of the world, where they know how to fucking work these things around. So artists, actors, musicians, fucking whatever you want to call it. Like literally, it's like the city where it's just they try to take advantage of people's artwork, and like you can either sink or swim, and a lot of people fucking sink.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Crowds laughing at the fact that fucking everyone sinks, man.
That's the sound that we got. Yeah. So what's the gayest thing that's happened to you?
The gayest thing that's happened to me. No offense against the LGBTQ community.
Like it could literally be
let's go get burritos, tacos, and quesadillas community. Yeah, there we go. LGBTQ community. No, actually, I think the one, I don't know if it's the gayest thing, but like I think one of the things, because I have a lot of gay friends, a lot of queer friends, especially like my friend Sulk, who's another DJ. He hosts a lot of queer nights like here in Los Angeles, and it's like called EBM, which is electric body music rather than electric dance music. So it's just like I don't know, a lot of them actually. But I think that one of the most gayest encounters I've ever had was that I went with friends to the Abbey. I'm not sure if you know what the Abbey is.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God. That place on a fucking Monday at like 2:00 seems like Friday night on 9 p.m.
Yeah.
It's just wild. And it's just like, what the fuck? But no, I went there with my actually more than that. It was a group of people. It was my friends Sabrina and Rosemary. Shout out Sabrina and Rosemary. My lesbian friends. I love them so much. They're amazing. But I went with them. And then some other people who are also gay and like lesbian, but it was for fucking Pride Month or Pride Week. So I was just this straight dude amongst a bunch of like lesbians and gays, and then like I didn't even fucking hit me till later. I was like, yeah, you know what? I shouldn't be here. Like I was like, I'm like a straight guy supporting them, and I was like, I'm literally gonna fucking like be attacked by all different angles. And I knew what women felt like for the first time. Like there was so many times I got hit on. And there's only so many times I could say no nicely. And then I just felt like I had to be, and then like they made me seem like I was the asshole for saying no, like after so long. I was like, wait, what the fuck? And then like I felt like I had to watch my drink at all times. I was like, I fucking get it. Like I know how women feel now. This is a horrible feeling because men are aggressive. Men are habitually like, they will persistently keep going. And you're like, dude, like how many times do I have to fucking tell you no? Like I'm just trying to enjoy myself here.
That one guy from the G.I. Joe PSAs is in there. Like, oh, you look so cute in your little outfit. No, but yeah, like, that's funny though. No, it is. I've had that happen. Like, I had some friends that went to like a gay club.
Yeah,
and like being in there, it was like you get hit on a lot, and like it's kind of just like I kind of compare it to getting hit on by a girl you don't think is attractive. It's like the same thing, you know.
I guess in a sense,
like it's a compliment, but you're like. You know, you don't really know how to react. You're just like, oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I mean, there's times I said that I have a partner or I'm spoken for or that even when I was not even like, of course, when I wasn't seeing somebody, of course, but like, I would just be like, I'm spoken for.
That's what girls do. They're like, I have a boyfriend.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
But no, I just said that, like, I'm spoken for, or like, I'll be like, that's another thing I used to say too, is like, thank you for the compliment, but I don't swing that way. Like that's happened to me multiple times where that's been like my most common answer. Like I've gone to shows. Yeah, and I've been hit on by like gay men, and then they're just like, "You're really cute," and I'm just like, "Thank you for the compliment, but I don't swing that way." Like, follow me on Instagram, like like, and they usually do. Like, it's always just like, "Here, like, follow me on Instagram" or something like that. I mean, I have nothing against it at all. Like, it is a compliment. It is a compliment because you're being called attractive, but it's just like you're not my type, and I don't swing that way. So sorry, like. I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah, there's nothing you can really say.
I think one guy was just like, "Wow, what a waste," and I was like, "What?" Like, I was like, "Yeah," I was like, "How would you fucking say that?" Okay.
Women think the same thing though. When there's a gay guy that they think is attractive, they're like, "Oh, what a waste."
I mean, vice versa though. It goes to girls. Speaking of which, one of my friends, like Rosemary, the same thing happened to her. She's engaged to she just got engaged. Someone was helping her out with their car, or she was helping them out with their car. And then like he was like, "Oh, like you're lesbian? Like wow, what a waste!" And it's like, What the fuck did you just say to me right now?
That's not a good thing to say,
yeah,
right?
like especially when someone just got engaged and then like they're helping you out. First off, like
no
they're fucking helping you out with your car problems. I could pull the plug at any fucking moment and be like, well, now this is a waste of time fucking helping your dumbass out.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm sorry, ladies. Men are stupid. We don't mean to be. It's just that men are fucking equally fuck it up for the rest of the world. The dumb ones. And now you can see why we evolved from apes.
Yeah. So yeah, we've all been in those scenarios. I wanted to say my dad, like, my dad goes to the gym a lot.
Ooh, please tell me that this is a story about Ken.
So
I'm all for this right now.
So there's like some of them have like the communal showers, right?
Yeah.
I haven't seen one like that, but he said they do, like where it's almost like prison. Kind of.
Yeah, wait, hold on. What? Like the fucking where the sprinkler heads are all in just one room and you have to equally take showers next to it, like no privacy.
I haven't had
what
that.
The fuck? Where is he going to fucking where is he going to this is not a gym, this is the penitentiary. Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna go work out. He goes back to the fucking penitentiary to work out. Is that what he's doing?
Maybe.
That's why he's beefy as fuck. He looks like fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin now.
Yeah. I know. He's in really good shape, especially for his age. He's all like, because he works out every day, like usually multiple times.
Dang, that's crazy.
I know, and I'm doing the same thing. I'm like morphing into him. I haven't missed a day at the gym since like February.
Dude, I had a week off last week, and my body today was like, oh my god, thank God for fucking coming. I was just fell off the wheel for a minute, so.
You'll be back. Sometimes I think I should take a break, but it's hard. Mentally, I'm like, damn, I gotta go. I gotta keep going.
That's why you should take a break. Personally, is the fact that you have that mental capacity to be like, I need to fucking. It's like, no, like chill.
That's how I do with like
good
everything.
Fucking second. Yeah, like you need to chill for a second. But please describe this Ken story to me. I need to hear this.
So he said that there'll be guys in there that'll like they'll be like psst, they'll whisper to him, and then they'll gesture towards like his wang and like act like they're gonna suck it. It's like very gay.
Cat calls inside the fucking showers. Yeah. That's so funny to me.
Yeah, it was funny. That's just why.
Because I could just see how mad Ken would get. Like, what the fuck? And just like all pissed off even more. Like, what are you mad at?
Surprisingly, he totally looks like he'd be like a racist, like anti-gay person, but he's really not.
Yeah.
Like the opposite.
Well, because he looks like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yeah. Like he's bald-headed, he's beefy, and then like he just looks like he's Stone Cold. But Stone Cold,
I hit that sumbitch so hard.
Yeah, no, we even talked about this. Stone Cold's a redneck, but he's not racist. Everyone's getting their ass whooped equally. Like no matter who you are, you're all getting the same ass whooping. Like so, it's like, yeah, he's not racist. Yusuke Urameshi, the thing about equal rights is equal lefts. So
yeah, exactly.
By all means, son. No, dude, I don't know. Today, the male gym, I don't know. Like male, I've heard similar stories with like female like sides of it, like their bathrooms and stuff like that. But dude, like the male side of like a gym bathroom is just fucking. I don't know. You might as well just throw feces on the wall. Like I walked in today when I was walking into the gym or walking into the bathroom. I got done working out. Walked straight in. Some old dude, bald dude. Right when I walk into the door, just like bends down, slaps off his fucking boxers, and I already knew what was happening because he grabbed his like boxers and was already going down, but I already like turned away, like okay, like just like don't look, like Jesus, because there's just dick and ball like at the vision side, and like staring back at me if I fucking look at that with a cornhole on the side. Like I'm not. That's because it's not how descriptive. Yeah, dude, it traumatizes you, and then like it's just like good God, like old dudes have no shame. Like I'll be fucking like packing my backpack back up, like I have my shirt on and shit, and then old dude, fucking like limping, like up, whoa, and like fucking like takes the towel off and fucking right there in front of me, and I'm like, your ass is literally right next to me, dude.
I swear, some of them are like trying to show you their dick too.
Yeah, dude, and it's like, bro,
it's like what's going? Like one guy, it's like he saw me and he immediately slides down. Like,
it's not even a gay thing. I think it's seriously like they think it's like male dominance.
Or maybe it's like male bonding.
Like it's like male dominance to be like, my dick is the biggest one in this bathroom. It's like no one fucking cares, and it's not even fucking like 2 inches long, dude.
I gotta say, like there's a lot of dudes in there that are tiny and they're just like totally comfortable. And I'm like, I give them props.
It's confidence, I guess.
Like, they got the confidence. Like they're like a lot of times there'll be like these dudes that get into the sauna. It'll be like sometimes it'll be these old Asian guys that get in the sauna and they're just like nude.
Because they think it's like an onsen.
Yeah.
Because that happened a lot when I was in City of Industry. Like when I was in City of Industry, that's what they would do. Like they would shower. They would use the shower that's out by the pool. They would go in the pool sometimes, use the shower again, then go in the sauna, and like it was just like, I mean,
I've done that.
yeah, but it's just like a bunch of like, it was a big Asian demographic, and I was like, oh,
In industry, yeah.
yeah, I was like, yeah, especially in City of Industry, and I was like, they kind of are using it like how they would use it back home. And then some people would complain like, they're fucking taking up all the space. I'm like, what? There's just a lot of them in here. Like, who gives a fuck? But I was like, I get it though. I was like, I understand the routine that they're doing because they're using it like how an onsen would be used. And I was like, like whatever.
Yeah, one location has an ice bath. So
No way.
yeah.
Where?
It's it's LA. It has an ice bath, so I'll get in the I'll rinse
Wait,
off.
where? Planet? Or not Planet? Fuck Planet Fitness. LA Fitness?
Yeah.
Dude.
So that's cool. So
I
what-
would die for an ice bath.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
so what I'll do, like I'll work out and then I'll rinse off in the outside shower and then I'll go in the ice bath and then in the sun and then back in the ice bath, you know.
Dude, oh my God, that's so fucking sick.
That's
That's
pretty
almost
cool.
convincing right there. I would literally go sign up for LA Fitness if I
It's
could.
hard to
sign up.
find the ice baths. Not a lot of locations have
I know
them.
that's like 24 hours with the punching bag. Like there used to
Oh,
be
they
quite
don't
a
have it?
no. Some of them did, like a lot more did, and I noticed to start taking them down more. And then it's like kind of rare to find a 24-hour with a punching bag. You're like, oh
Damn.
shit, like fuck yeah, like that's gonna be sick.
LA has them a lot of times.
Yeah,
But sometimes it's the water bags, which are not bad, but it's not quite the same.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, sometimes it's cool. It's actually cool for footwork, the water bags, because you can like move around them.
Yeah,
more.
yeah, for sure.
So those are cool. But yeah, that's nice though. Actually, that is like
Oh my God, dude, that would be so convenient. I used to take them a lot. I took them a lot in 2022 and 2021. I would take a lot of ice baths. I haven't even took one this year. I need to take one, especially since it's still summer. I would even do it in winter. Fuck yeah, it's been a minute.
I bet they got a location with a better ice bath too. I'm gonna look for that.
I should look that up here. I know that the's probably destinations I can go to like do an ice bath. So
Probably, yeah.
I don't know. I need to look
Most
that up.
likely.
But
What was I gonna say? Would you say LA is getting gayer, or is that even possible?
no, I feel like LA has just been the same as it always been. Honestly, with the gay demographic, it's like I feel like San Francisco takes the cake.
San Francisco does.
I don't know. I mean, when were we talking about this at Silver Lake, or was it you that Silver Lake and like San Francisco were like the gay capitals for a minute, like the only safe havens for, especially back then of the day.
Oh yeah,
That they were, yeah, literally like.
we're in Silver Lake now.
I know, true that. I mean, West Hollywood too. West Hollywood's
Yeah,
got a fucking.
Hollywood.
I think you know what it is. It's just that it's way more openly accepted here in Los Angeles. You know,
In
like
Los Angeles.
yeah, like it's like gay, trans, lesbian,
Yeah,
non-binary, like whatever you want. Like it's pretty much really wildly accepted here. And then if you kind of like go against it, people will like hassle you for it.
it probably is.
Canceled.
It's
Oh,
probably
God.
getting a little gayer. It's gay because gay more accepted. So like,
But like it's the safe haven, but the thing is that it needs to be accepted everywhere else as much as it's
Yeah.
accepted here in Los Angeles, because that's why everyone keeps flooding here, is because it's like, okay, here I'll be safe, rather than like where I'm at right now is gonna have me being like, you know, discriminated like nonstop and harassed and stuff like that, because there's still a lot of states and places where like it's still just, you know, equally as fucked up as it has been for the past fucking years.
and those people gotta be like closeted or something. Because why would they care that much? That's what I always
Like,
think.
I think they're holding on to this old dream of like fucking America has this image. and-
straight America.
Yeah, straight America, boy.
But the only reason they would even care that much is like I think they're probably a little gay.
Probably. Apparently,
That's what it
everyone is.
seems
So fucking
Yeah,
like it's
that's what this girl told me, that she was like, everyone's a little gay.
everyone's a little bit bi-curious, I guess, from what they say and shit. But I mean, I don't know. I know I'm a little bit flamboyant. I know the way I dress and like the way I kind of like, you know, have more of like a different kind of demeanor than just like a typical straight male. I am straight. But then like people will be like, "Are you gay?" And I'm just like, "No, I'm not gay. Sorry." And they're just like, "Damn, what a waste." I'm just like, "What the fuck?" Yeah. No, it's just
pipe you.
yeah, I know exactly. No, it's just a thing. I mean, it's just people, and that's the thing too. Though I feel like when you're straight here in Los Angeles, like it's just like they don't believe you, and you're seen in some different alternative way. Like if you're straight, then you're just seen as like some fucking conformist or something like that. I
Yeah.
don't know. Like you're straight, and then people just like look at you differently. They're like, "No way, you can't be straight in Los Angeles." And it's like, what? Like, and then like even
You
if
never
you're
sucked any
no,
dicks?
yeah, exactly. No, and then like I've had a lot of gay friends and other like lesbians and stuff like that, and like they've even like after so long of knowing me they would still be like, "Are you sure you're not bi or something like that?" I'm like, "No, like I'm just straight." Like, and I'm just like, dude, like, why do I have to be like bi or something in order to be accepted here in Los Angeles? Like, you can't be friends with a straight male. Is that what it is? Like, straights and like now you're segregating it straights. It's literally becoming segregation at this point. It's like we need to separate all the straights and all everything else against away from them so they can be safe. And it's like
what if that did happen? Like what if because you know the percentage is going up. What if we got to a point where there's like way more gay people than straight people?
I wouldn't doubt it one day.
Did you know that most of the LGBTQ plus is bi though? Like 57%.
I wouldn't doubt that.
So it's like they're kind of carrying the team.
Well, because women just hate men so much they become lesbians.
Right, but that makes sense. It makes sense that more people would be bi. It's like way more people are bi than anything else.
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
Well, that's funny to me actually now. Well,
sort of makes sense because
it does make sense because it's like the door swings both ways, and it's like I don't know, like I get it, like yeah. For sure.
And if they said everyone's a little gay, maybe every gay person's a little straight. Maybe they all have like...
They have nightmares about that probably. Like, no! So,
vagina!
Yeah, I know, right? Exactly. They fear it. Well, I mean, that's the story, though. Like, a lot of gay friends I have, they said that they had like a girlfriend at different points, but they never really did anything. It was just like because they wanted to have like a partner.
Yeah.
Or they were just like, they considered them
they
really...
call that a beard.
Yeah, like a really good friends or something like that. And it's like, of course, growing up in like a...
Like Freddie Mercury, he was with like a woman for a long time.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. That like, yeah, that is a real thing. They call it like a beard. It's like it's like showing your masculinity or your traditional masculinity. You're covering it up like with a beard.
I mean, hey, masculinity and femininity are needed for both balance in this world. Yin and yang.
Everybody has some.
As above, so below. Everybody needs to. Every male, every female needs to have their masculine and their feminine energy in the land.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
How you like my gay nails?
I actually like them. They're dope.
They're pretty cool.
Mine are black. Mine are fucking falling off though. I was thinking about doing.
You. These are like sparkly periwinkle.
Periwinkle. Jazzy did a good job.
She did.
It looks good. I like them.
It's like light blue, but then there's a
if Rico saw that shit, Rico would be like, "Nah, man, we ain't friends no more."
Fuck you and E40.
Yeah. I can't believe my brother has beef with E40, dude. That still baffles me.
It's hilarious because that totally seems like someone he would like.
That's what I said. I was like, don't you like E40? Like, you grew up on him. Like, how can you fucking have beef with E40 now?
It was a fucking simp.
Yeah. I'm like, what? Crack a cold one for the boys. Sponsored by La Crux. Okay.
Oh, sponsored by G Fuel.
No, that's just so weird to me.
No, Jazzy painted my nails, obviously. And it's kind of funny. Speaking of that, I mean, it's on the same subject again. So there's like, I go in this Walgreens all the time, and one of the guys there is like, I mean, I could tell he's like gay, right? And he seems like interested in me. He never is like said it because he's working. But like I came in here with these nails, and I'm like, I wonder if he's like, oh, maybe he is gay.
Probably. There's no
so
doubt
many
in
people
my
probably
mind.
thought I was gay like the last few days.
They do be trying. I mean, like, God bless. They fucking be trying and shit.
It's a hard life for sure.
On God. No. On God, they be trying.
On God. They be trying God.
Yeah.
I'm just playing.
Lord, take me.
Swing low.
Yeah. How funny.
Yeah. But if I ever get canceled, I feel like Tyler the Creator with these nails.
That's what I was gonna say. He has similar nail color.
Like glitter on my nails match the glitter on my butthole.
Yeah,
Whatever he says in that song with West Side Gun.
Oh yeah.
I think it's something like that.
No, he has like almost the same color nails. I think it's like
LaFleur?
I think it's the
LaFleur
green
nails,
like the green version of that. Whatever you have, it looks almost exactly like that.
I'm not gonna lie. I actually I never thought I'd do this. I've let her paint my nails a few times, and usually it doesn't look bad, but it's like it looks like a kid painted your nails.
Yeah.
But this time I'm like, okay, I see why people do this. Like,
yeah,
it's a nice color.
Yeah, dude. There's no such thing now. People are like, that's gay because it's like when you're gay.
Well,
when
Rockstar's been doing that forever.
When a male does something that a woman would do, apparently it's just considered gay. And there's no such thing now. Like literally, you can do whatever the fuck you want, and no one gives a fuck. Like if your mindset's going to a sense like where that's the line, then obviously maybe you're closeted and maybe you have something against you and shit like that.
That's what it seems like.
A lot of ghetto homeboys I have, like I'll be like, I don't know, dude, I don't be doing that shit. And stuff. Then there's like a lot of dudes that do that stuff, and it's like I don't know, it's like this masculinity that they're holding on to from like the 90s where it needs to like withhold like we hard as fuck, dog. And it's like, okay,
Okay.
Yeah, we all fucking each other inside the prison anyway. So I mean,
Okay.
that's going the same way.
Yeah, don't drop the soap.
Yeah, don't drop the soap, homie.
But if I ever get canceled, I'm gonna come out as gay. So then people will forgive me.
So then they forgive you.
Yeah,
And you just come
they'll be
back.
like,
Oh yeah,
He's a
never mind.
great artist.
I still think that's what happened to Tyler.
Yeah, he
I
could have been.
still think that's what happened to Tyler. People are like, no, like he's gay. Like you could see it.
Misunderstood.
Yeah, that's why he hated his dad and he was so homophobic. It makes sense. I'm like, he probably had so many things that he wanted to because he wanted to have. He's flamboyant. For
This
sure.
is one of your hottest takes, by the way.
He's like, he literally is flamboyant. But like, I'll be like, bro, he's not gay. He's trolling the fucking world. Like, I can't wait for the E Hollywood True Story at the very end.
Yeah, I'm not really gay.
Yeah, like after he's like 60. And he's never been gay. Like it's just like Jaden Smith being his boyfriend was just a written scripts to get him where he needed to get. So, dude, don't quote me, boy. It's his shit.
Pretty much. Little Bussy should come out
Boosie.
for comedy stakes.
Oh yeah,
Not Little Bussy, Little Bussy.
pussy.
Little boy pussy. But
All young boy fans, same thing.
that would be funny.
I feel like all young
So-
boy
someone-
fans have like really want to come out as gay, and they're just like mad at their fathers for like whatever reason.
Man, somebody was talking about the young generation is like they're full of nothing but hot Cheetos and NBA YoungBoy lyrics. And it was just funny as fuck to imagine, just like that fucking energy, like yeah,
exactly. Dude, that fucking video you sent me, it was like when you like in the hood in Atlanta or like Bikini Bottom in Atlanta. And-
on a bag.
yeah, but no, it was Patrick.
Suck.com.
It was Patrick's fucking. Patrick's like fucking beginning bar. I was like, this is ridiculous. I was like,
Squidward comes in.
yeah, they cuts him off.
Patch.
Yeah, cuts him off and shit.
That shit is funny.
Nah, nothing ever takes the cake of fucking Homer and fucking Peter doing Roddy Rich.
Oh yeah.
That shit. Okay, that song played on the radio when I was driving somewhere, and like I was laughing so fucking hard because all I could hear is like Peter and fucking Homer's voice, and I was like, damn it, I missed that version now. Actually, that song's pretty cool too. I like it. I do.
The original
like
song, yeah,
Yeah, I
He
really
has
do
some
like
cool
it.
songs. The problem with his songs is they all sound the same, but they're cool.
Yeah.
Like
Pretty
but they're
much.
cool. They're
Yeah,
cool.
I don't mind him.
Yeah, he has like his style. What do you think? Oh, what do you think about this whole Lizzo thing? I'm sure you heard about it.
Oh yeah. Fuck. Did you send me
It's
that
pretty
thing
funny.
where it was like, where like it's like, oh, the internet made Lizzo quit?
Yeah.
It was like- when it was like, it's like
I'm
drop
done
Lizzo.
with this internet
Yeah, and then
shit.
it, like I forgot the comment was like. What did it say? It was like, that's fucked up. Like, think about the people that it would affect around the different. But I was going to say, like, that's fucked up. Think about, like, Lizzo. But it was just, like, still, like,
Yeah.
rolling with the comment. And I was like, oh, my God, dude. Like, it was just such savagery. And I'm like,
Yeah, basically it was a meme about dropping Lizzo on Iraq.
yeah. And it's like the comment afterwards is just like, oh, that's fucked up. Like, what about the surrounding countries or something like
Yeah.
that? I was like, oh, my
She
God.
quit Twitter.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up, dude. To make it, the internet's a fucking rough place.
It
That's
is
what
a
I'm saying.
rough
Twitter
place.
X is a rough fucking place.
But you heard about like the shit that she's got going on.
Yeah,
lately,
yeah.
right?
Apparently, like, what was she? She was like sexually harassing a lot of her dancers or like the crew
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
and
I didn't read too
kinda, like,
much
fa-
into it, but I was like, really? I was like,
allegedly fat shaming them, which is kind of hilarious.
I don't see how. Maybe fat shaming them to the fact that they should be as big as her, like in like
You're not
what-
eating enough, sis.
maybe like whatever her shape is. That is really weird. See, but I mean, I'm glad that like that this isn't being overlooked. Like, because I feel like if this was a male, this would just fucking.
Oh, it'd be a
pivot.
way
It
bigger
would be
deal.
such a huge
Be a
phenomenon.
way
Be like
bigger deal.
how men are trash, how men are just snivels. This like, oh, you know how it's going to go on.
Yeah.
But the fact that it is coming from a female. And it still be taken to somewhat same escalation that it's not being so forgiven, you know?
Yeah.
Because I feel like the fucked up part would be is if this happened and then like every girl just overlooked this, like whatever, we're all
Some
a little bit
girls
touchy.
are,
Yeah, like
for
we're all
sure.
touchy feely with each other. Like, well, who gives a fuck? And it's like, what the fuck? No,
She
like
was making them eat like bananas out of like these. It was like these girls in Australia would put bananas in their pussies, and she was making them eat them out of there.
what the fuck?
These dancers, supposedly, allegedly. I guess
Hmm.
we don't know for sure. But there is a video of her on the radio where she's asking about the banana show. So it definitely seems like she fucking did that.
Oh.
Like that came out later.
Oh wow.
She's like, "What? You can like have the dancers do that?" Like she's all interested in shit. So
Nah.
it's like, huh?
oh,
I think she probably did that shit.
probably. Honestly, I mean, from what I've like read a little bit, I'm just like, damn, this is like. I'm just glad it's not being overlooked. I'm glad that like it is
Yeah.
getting kind of like noticed in a sense, and it's just like, well, how is
She
this
got
going to be
me
handled?
too.
I know, right? Exactly. How is this going to be handled out though? I wonder. Is like she gonna get sued for this? Is she going to be like fucking settled into court, or like what's going to happen? Or everyone's just going to be
Well-
like, all right, we're canceling. Sorry, that was my burp of Lizzo.
LaCroix,
That was
yeah.
my improv. My that was my impersonation of Lizzo.
God damn.
But
That's improv, folks.
that's improv. New Jack knows how to act. I bet you didn't know that. I've been in a few things here and there.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I don't know how this is gonna be. Is it gonna be overlooked? Like a girl's just gonna be like, "No, Lizzo's queen. Like whatever she does, like
Yes,
fuck those.
queen.
Yeah, fuck those bitches if she's not doing
Fuck
that
those
kind."
bitches.
Yeah, she did. Apparently,
made it up.
she did fuck those
She
bitches.
did fuck those bitches. Damn. No.
I don't know. Yeah, Snorlax those bitches. So
Yeah, for real. It one thing that I would say is like sometimes I get like I don't know these celebrities, but sometimes I get a sense like something's off there. And with her, I always had a sense. I felt like she wasn't genuine, partially because she would.
you could like read it from like the get-go sometimes. It's like your read on people.
Yeah, and with her, it was like
That's such an interesting topic because like I feel like
I've had that sense a lot, and it's usually
I don't
rare.
know. I don't know if it's like intuition and maybe, or it's just
Yeah.
like an interconnection of solar like plexus or whatever the fuck it is. But there's sometimes that like even you can be around like real ones and be like, all right, for sure, like you're a real one, like off the bat. But then you can like
Yeah.
meet someone for the first time and like they can put up this whole front. And other people will be like, "Oh my God, they're so awesome," and you're like, "I don't know about this person. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know them, and I'm not judging them. It's just like I'm not getting a good read." And then like later down the line, you're like, "Told you." And then like those same people that were defending them or that met them, they're like, "No, like nothing's wrong with them." It's like, how can you be so blind? Like, why are you like letting something like filter over you to not see the realization of like what's already amongst existent? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
people like, just want to give into like idolization or other people like so much or support them in like the most negative ways because you can give support in negative ways, honestly. And that's what people do. They support these people and then think there's no wrong. Like, whatever it's like celebrities, influencers, or just some people that you fucking live around your fucking neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just,
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's always
weird.
That's always a weird thing when people are like, they become such fans that they defend celebrities from like shit that doesn't affect them at all. It's like
Yeah.
weird.
Like,
I think
ride or die.
like
honestly.
I feel like I kind of did that with my favorite artist as a teenager, but I outgrew that shit. Like you got to outgrow that. There's like grown ass.
Well, you got to
like,
remember that not
50-year-olds.
only that you got to like remember that your own person. Of course, people are going to influence you.
Yeah.
You are you who you are because of the people that influence you to make your music. Same with me. Same with the artists I like. These people have influenced us, and like you know, it transcribes and transcends of like how we make our artwork and shit happen now too. But I mean, yeah, some people just defend so much where like it's like their life. Like they're just like, no, like this is everything to me, and I get it. It hits you like in a very emotional state, but it's like you gotta let it go in the sense like you gotta be your own person, dude. Like you don't know them personally. And obviously, like if you met them, I'm pretty sure they would be cool to you because they're gonna be humble about it. Maybe, who knows? But like at the same time, like if you fucking like were just like spent one-on-one time with them, I'm pretty sure you would freak them out for how fucking crazy you're being.
Yeah, exactly.
Like people get a lot of celebrities or influencers or people get stalkers and shit. So I don't know. It drives people nuts.
It does.
So I don't know. But I mean, I hope this whole Lizzo situation gets like figured out, and I just don't let her. I hope it just doesn't get like noticed, and then nothing comes from it. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just like, oh yeah, she's just like a fucking sex offender or some shit like that, and then they're like, it just goes away like with time. She comes out lesbian or something like that, and then like all is forgiven or some shit.
Yeah, that might be
Oh
her
God,
move.
for
That's the
real.
move.
Like that's what I feel like is gonna happen. I'm not shaming anybody,
That's
but
the
it's
move.
like,
Yeah.
but I feel like that's like the most Hollywood thing to do now at this point.
Yeah,
Really.
that's true. It's a smart move. You know,
So I don't know. I mean,
especially
why?
if you don't care.
What do you
people-
think about the situation?
I don't think it's the end of the world, but I do think it's like I think I kind of laugh at it because it's ironic. Because obviously the fat shaming's ironic because
Yeah.
it's like she built this whole
Ironic.
image on being like about like embracing your body and like she doesn't care that
Yes.
she's fat, but then she'll like go on these tirades and get upset that people call her fat and then quit the internet and come back and all this shit, and it's like I don't know and then she does shit like that and it's just like I don't know, it is
Well, it
fucked
still
up.
affects them in some way. Like if
Yeah.
you're calling someone fat, even if they're fat and proud, it's still gonna hurt them. You know, it's not gonna like go away at all.
Yeah, and that's a tough thing because like I do think you should embrace your body, but sometimes being overweight is unhealthy, And it's like, are we supposed to embrace that? Like, what's the
Yeah, like you're supposed to embrace like the over healthiness and stuff like that. Like I think what the message is just like the true message of it should be is that like embrace yourself and love yourself no matter what, but always
Yeah.
be on the best like journey to better yourself. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
you should always. Everybody should be trying to better themselves every day.
Yeah. No, I have
you
a
know?
colleague right now that he's trying to lose weight because he's just unhealthily obese and it's fucking with his life and he's like he's getting annoyed and it's making him like worried and stuff like that. And it's like, see like how much mental stress the man's going through. Like you're telling me that we should embrace that? Like that's pretty fucked up. Like this guy's
Yeah.
really trying to better himself and he wants to get better and he wants to do better, and he wants to be better. And I'm like, they're supporting that for sure, 100%. Like I'll always there be to support that shit. I gotta try to give him as much tips as possible. And it's just like, I mean, yeah, love yourself by all means, no matter what shape you're in, but always like, you know, just be healthy.
Yeah.
Like literally, that's
Yeah.
all I ask for. Like, just be fucking healthy. Like, it's just like I don't care if you're fat. I don't care if you're fucking skinny as a stick. Like, just fucking be healthy and like take care of yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually. Those
Yeah.
three things. That's all I ask. Literally, it's like, and I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I say. It comes down to at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, the world's the world, and especially in such a chaotic time right now. Like, take a look around. Everything's going to chaos at this point. We're still healing over the fucking past tense of what was COVID. So financially and just I don't know. Actually, yeah, mentally.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, things are hard now, obviously.
Everyone, dude. I
yeah.
don't look around and you're just like, damn, everyone's going through
Everyone's going through it.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking like, cause I feel like, what's it called? Like, I feel like it stalled some of my progress in some things. And I didn't realize it until recently. I was like, damn,
What do you mean?
like, COVID in a way.
Oh yeah,
I didn't think about it, you know, cause I'm like, I was teaching right before COVID and then I stopped teaching. I never went back. Like once
that's
COVID
crazy.
started,
That's
like I
crazy.
could go back.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I stopped. Like
I think I was thinking about that and I was like, wasn't he teaching at some point?
yeah, I was. And then I never, like I did other jobs where I worked with kids after that, but I wasn't actually like teaching districts.
Yeah. No, COVID's
Yeah.
still going around, dude. Like there was
Yeah.
a spike, like 2 weeks ago. Like fucking people I knew I was around had it, and then like my roommate got it, and then fucking like someone he knew that we works with got it, and then like another friend of mine was telling me that I was hanging out with. She was like, "Hey, so I was around someone that had COVID. Like you might want to get shot." I mean, obviously that I'm a walking demigod, so I don't fucking get COVID. I never got it while the pandemic happened, and I ain't getting it now. But no, it like had a spike again, and I just noticed. But like it hit it hit my roommate so bad because he had it before, but he said since he got it this time that
It was like worse.
yeah, but he got laryngitis because of it.
Oh, damn.
So he's like literally like stuck in the fucking apartment with like just a fucking humidifier going on like
Try
24/7.
not to get it.
I'm not staying there right now. I'm not staying at the apartment. I just told him I was like, yo, I was like, if you need anything, I'll try to get you some shit, but I'm not gonna be staying here for this week. Like that you have this or whatever. It's already
Yeah.
been like a week, but I was like, I'm gonna be staying around you if you like that's the case. So
Yeah,
he's like,
that's
it's not
smart.
contagious, bro. And I'm like, you and your attitude is contagious, first off. But no, I ain't gonna be around here for that.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, I don't know. It is rough. I mean, just yeah, all around us is like shit's popping off, still popping off. Fucking Hawaii on fire. Fucking all this huge fucking political statements going off. Lizzo fucking out here banana and people and shit.
Yeah, for real. So what celebrities would you cancel if you could? Like even if they don't deserve it, who would you cancel? You
Even
know?
if they don't deserve
if it's
it,
like, you know,
Beyonce,
you're like-
one and done.
Yeah, you're like, fuck
just
that
fuck
guy.
that. Like Beyonce's gone, Drake gone. Like
Well, that would probably be my choice. I
Yeah,
cancel
Drake.
Yeah.
I would say Kanye, but I'm like, I feel like Kanye's suffered enough in his life where I'm like, let him be. He's already in his own hell.
He's already. I mean, he's not canceled, but you know, he keeps losing fans over time. You know,
Yeah.
it's not. I don't even
Wait,
know.
what happened with Doja and fucking what's her name?
She's always doing some weird shit.
Doja's funny though. I like Doja.
But
She's-
some of the stuff is a little questionable, I think. But yeah,
her and who was somebody else? Who and no, it wasn't Becky G. Who the fuck else?
one thing I don't like is she wanted to be famous and then she doesn't seem to appreciate the fame and is just like bitter about it. Doja?
Kinda, I noticed that
Yeah.
too. I mean, I feel like you got to change that mindset on. So like, she got mad
Yeah.
at her fans because they said that they're kittens or whatever,
Yeah.
and then she like was like, "You need to grow up." And if you're calling me like you're yourself like a fan and be calling a kitten, then like you're obviously like need to help your parents out with the bills. Basically, calling everyone immature for just like doing that, but it just in a weird sense.
You're a grown woman who calls herself Doja Cat.
Yeah.
Like,
So
what?
I don't know. I feel like. It's kind of, yeah, it's like she did want to be famous really bad, and she did fight to where she wanted to get, and she hustled for it. But then, like, it's like she's got this ego of being unappreciative.
She got kind of lucky just making like a
yeah.
dumb
She's became like very
song.
unappreciative and like kind of like very egotistical, and it's like I get it, like you're winning, but like kind of
Yeah.
be a little bit humble yourself. I don't know.
Well, that's one of the things that annoys me about artists is the ones where they never drop music and they're just like mad about being famous.
All
all the
females that just heard us say that right now, we're like, "Fuck you, men don't understand shit." Like they're just like, don't understand Doja Cat. It's like, fuck off. We're not just talking about her. We're talking about actual artists in general.
So I asked Curtis this question.
Cutmaster.
This isn't even planned, actually. This is this is off the cuff. So I said, how much would you work on art if you made as much money as you want off of it and it was the only thing you had to do to make money? So for you, if you could just work on music, that's all you had to do, how much would you work on it?
Probably quite a lot, honestly. I mean, well,
if that's all you had to do, you didn't like all the hours you're putting towards the clothing company and all that, you could just do music.
Probably like around, I probably would treat it. I would honestly, since I'm so scheduled of a person, I probably would treat it like not a 9 to 5 in a sense, but like I would just treat it how I want to treat it for how much work I put into it, is how much like I would want it. Not just like for the money sense, like I would put as much work as I would want into it and like, acclimate myself to like take breaks because I want to make the art I want to make. I want to make the visuals, I want to make the music, and I want to make this atmosphere that I want to make and then like indulge people in because it's what I want to present. It's not, I mean, don't get me wrong. I do highly, highly, highly want to be paid for what I'm fucking doing for sure. But it's not like I'm trying to grab like this, like I need that money. Like that's what all of this is about. Like that kind of shit like that. It's more of the fact that like, I want that security that money brings. I want to feed my family. I want to help my friends. I want to fucking like take care of my pops, and I want to like help out the people around me that need fucking help. And if I have making hella dollars off of it, fuck yeah, then of course I'm gonna fucking keep doing music. But like I'm trying to do that balance of both.
What if that's all you had to do to have security was just music?
Then I would do it for sure, and that's what I want to do. Like that.
And that's like an artist mindset.
Yeah.
Like I would work on it as much as I work on the job.
Yeah, exactly. Like
or more even.
Probably. Yeah. Like I would say, I would have to pace myself to take breaks, like take a fucking break and like come back to this and like rework it and stuff like that. But
yeah, but a lot of these artists, like they release an album every 5 years and they don't, and then they're just mad about fame. They whine about, and then they have a whole album where they're whining about being famous. It's just like, I don't know. I think a lot of people just don't appreciate it. So that's kind of in a weird way, because we're not where we want to be with music. It's sort of a blessing because I don't think we'll ever have that where we're just like, this is so annoying that I'm like, that I have to deal with this fame. Like for you and I, it's like, it's just the time we get to work on music is like the best time.
I know that like I want that level, I guess, but I'm not sure if like fame is what I'm reaching for, but I want that level of like, whatever that is. And I'm not just trying to reach for fame. I just want that because I want to like push myself out there. And I know that no matter what, when you get to those levels, it does change you. Like it really does change you, or like kind of like brings out an inner person that you were beforehand. I don't know.
Yeah. Because
there's some people that like, I don't know, that like get to that level and then they like really show their true colors more. Freddie Mercury, David Bowie, John Bonham, like fucking like, I don't know, like Paul McCartney, you could say J. Cole and fucking Kendrick, Snoop, I feel like is like that too. Like it kind of like just showed his true character more. Like it's just like these things, but then like there's other people where it goes the whole different spectrum, like fucking where they get that level of fame and they just become like these like monstrosities of just being like, I want it all, I get it all, like, and that's all that matters, like, and that's just like that. And then they just become it. That's what I used to say though. There's a difference between artists and there's a difference between entertainers.
Yeah, and I think that's that's the artist mindset. Because when I asked my brother, he said like he would just work on it all day, like he until he'd work on it as much as he could. Obviously nobody can do it 24/7, but like if he could just do animation and drawing, he would do it all the time. I bet you if we asked Mars, it'd be the same thing.
Yeah, well, he's like, fucking trying to do it all the time, honestly.
And me too. I write a song every day. I'm always writing and shit, but I don't record enough. But you know what I mean?
I would love to, because that's exactly what I was talking about beforehand about like the job that promoted me. Like people are like, oh, congratulations. And I was like, no, because like that's more of a sign of permanence. And on top of that, like I should be putting that amount of work into my fucking like career.
That's how I feel
like,
too.
because like when it happened, I was like,
it feels like a
okay.
fucking obstacle.
It does. Like I'm not okay. I'm very grateful. Okay, don't get me wrong. I'm grateful for it. I am very appreciative. I do be putting some fucking work in for like who I work for. Like I'm a good worker.
Yeah,
I'm a good worker regardless of where I've worked, and I'm a good worker especially when it comes into my music. That's why when they wanted me to do the show, I was like, no, like I'm really good at what I do. Like, don't get me wrong. If you want me to play these tech house shows, like fucking queer nights, EBM, or fucking like I don't know, like in disco and shit like that, new wave, like I will play the shit out of that. But I want to play what I want to play. Like I don't want to fit to a scene, and I feel like I don't belong sometimes because I don't fit to a scene. I just want to play what I want to play and do what I want to do because I want to put out what makes me feel the way I feel because I'm not good at describing how I feel with words, so I do it through a musical and visual sense is what I fucking make, and then I present that to the world, and I want to make an atmosphere out of it.
Yeah.
And so I've just noticed when I got that promotion, I was like, I should be putting this work towards my career. And if I could, I was like, because it's my day job, and then on top of that, I do love clothing. Don't get me wrong, I love clothing. I love like everything that comes with it, of course. But I'm just like, if I could quit this job, I totally would if I could just make it fucking happen with music, like where I'm just and part of me is just like, do it. Like you should do it. But at the same time, I'm like, well, I need that financial security.
It's not stable.
Yeah, like it's not that's not
what sucks.
Yeah, it's like I'm not trying to fucking be stupid and just be like, I'm gonna do it and like quit and then like just be living off fucking nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like have no money and have no fucking like food or clothing and shit. Just trying to hustle to make my music happen and just be starving the whole time. Then I'll be a real starving artist, not just by in the sense of like me trying to get a deal. It's like me trying to actually get a meal.
Yeah,
that rhymed unintentionally. My bad.
You don't have to apologize to me for rhyming. I would have to be here apologizing all day to you. For
yeah. Bow down.
So who you got, Musk or Zuck?
Apparently they're not fighting anymore. Did you see that?
I thought they might fight in Rome Coliseum.
No, I saw that. I read that too. No, Zuck put out something earlier. Zuck.
Was it today?
He sucks. Yeah, I think it was today. He put out something. He says that like, I think he's even calling like off the fucking fight because he's like, I've been training. I asked Dana White for the location. We talked about the Rome Cathedral because we have the money to do that. And then they like, I think even Italy like kind of gave it the green flag like to go. But he's like, Elon just doesn't seem like committed to it. Like Elon, I've heard no responses. Like he doesn't seem like he's been training or doing anything. He just doesn't seem committed. Like. So I don't think it's on anymore. I think it was just a topic at hand. And honestly, I wouldn't even want to watch it.
I heard it might happen and they would donate it to like veterans and charities.
Bullshit. Fuck. What? No.
That's what they said.
Get the fuck out of here.
I hope for a double knockout if it does happen.
Double KO.
Yeah.
No,
who would you
dude.
actually root for in that? Because I actually know who I would root for. I don't know about you.
All the stupid people watching it and noticing that we're just giving our money to these idiots rather than fucking giving money to each other.
Right.
That's what I'd root for. And hopefully people see the wronging of their ways rather than just giving to another fucking celebrity death match.
I feel like Zuckerberg has personally screwed me more, so I'd be rooting for Elon. Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's just like all these it's just gotten out of hand. Boxing is now, I feel like, become like a gimmick joke. It used to be so traditional, and you're fucking boxing.
Well, they just, yeah.
Because think about it, like Floyd Mayweather fighting fucking Logan Paul. And like shit like that, like yeah, like it's just gotten so like it's gotten like to entertainment. It's not even fucking like, and they're just entertainers now. They're not even fucking like athletes anymore. They're like literally just doing this for the entertainment of like we made the money and we're just doing this for people to watch just because it's just fucking nonsense drama. That's what it is. All of this is just drama. It's just drama and people feed into it so much and it's like, why? And it's like, it's entertaining. It's like, it's literally a fucking runaround. Your hamster's in a wheel. It's just the most primitive fucking thing ever. It's like the same kind of people that literally want to take, like dudes that want to take girls away from their boyfriend just because it's like they're just trying to fuck. Like it's the most fucking primitive mindset that can ever comprehendibly be inside this thing. It's just nonsense entertainment.
Nonsense. Yeah. Well, that's it, in a way that is true. It's a weird conflicting thing because the crazy part is it brings a new audience to the sport. So that's one thing.
I guess.
Like people that would never watch it are watching it. Like there's different ways to look at it. With like the Jake Paul fights. It's like those people don't watch boxing, but now they're watching boxing and he's fighting like Nate Diaz and Anderson Silva and shit and like, you know, and people bitch like, oh, he's not fighting real boxers. It's like, honestly, he has like 8 fights and he's fighting these guys that are like legends in MMA.
Yeah.
Like, he's fighting, most people couldn't beat those
Most
guys.
of that's coming from the money, though. He's putting the money down to fight those people. He's not building his way up the rank. I think that's why people are mad, is because he's not building his way up the rank, really.
Well, those guys are unranked in boxing, too, though.
You're just telling me like a bunch of Gen Zers are just watching fucking boxing now.
They fucking buy the pay-per-views. Those cards do numbers. And then the thing that's actually kind of cool, UFC. So I did this math. I think I mentioned on the last show. So Anthony Joshua, boxer, he fought in one fight in last year, 2022. He made $119 million with sponsorships and everything.
Yeah.
The entire UFC roster all year made about $87 million.
That's probably a big
combined.
deficit. Yeah. But wouldn't you say this is intoxifying like the fucking community, though? I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, it's bringing an audience to the fucking boxing community, but then it's like, are they really fucking like getting all these viewers because they're actually committed, or just doing it for the entertainment part? Then they might be just toxic people like coming into this fucking franchise.
Yeah, I feel that. I mean,
because a lot of people are literally, because like you said beforehand too. Remember, like we would go see fights, and then fucking people all of a sudden become like background coaches.
Like experts.
They're expert fucking coaches and shit. It's like you don't even know what the fuck's going on because you've never even been inside the ring. Like on top of that.
Yeah. Well, one thing though is like they had like one of the biggest fights of the decade like a couple of weeks ago in boxing, Spence and Crawford.
Yeah.
Like 2 undefeated guys, they fought each other. It was like years in the making, and it's like there is still like big shit like that happens.
Yeah, for sure.
Or fucking what's it called? Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia.
See, those are good ones.
They sold $1 million that fucking fight, which is crazy. That's a lot. Like people, $1 million doesn't sound like a lot. Only like maybe like not. I want to say maybe 30 cards between boxing and UFC have sold $1 million.
Yeah.
So for that fight, over all the time of pay-per-view, like 30 years.
Yeah,
whatever.
but when it gets to like celebrity fucking boxing like this, Zuck versus fucking Elon, well, I mean, we might as well get fucking Bill Gates versus fucking like Donald Trump. Like it's just comedy fucking sorts. We're just like, okay. I mean, Jake Paul,
Don't
I guess.
we all kind of want to see those guys get punched in the face? Though?
I
I would like to see Zuck get punched in the face.
I get it, but I'm just like, it's just like nonsense drama. This whole.
I just want to see if he has feelings.
He's a lizard man. Let's not forget that he's a lizard man.
I just want to see like.
No, dude. All of this is just like. I mean, the world's just revolving on drama.
What if Sweet Baby Ray's comes out of him when he gets hit?
Dang. No, that'd be Lizzo.
He had a video where he's like, "We got Sweet Baby Ray." They're having like a barbecue, and he keeps saying "Sweet Baby Ray."
Yeah. No, dude, it's just like the whole world's thriving off drama right now. That's all it really is.
It is a bunch of bullshit. I feel that perspective. I guess I'm always the optimist. So I'm like, well, some of those people are actually going to watch boxing now. Like probably like
all I see from that is a bunch of Gen Zers and a bunch of fucking like Edgars and bros just coming into that fucking franchise and then acting like they know. It's basically like how fucking Barbie was describing that fucking Ken was taking over Barbie world. That's what I imagine is going to happen to fucking like UFC or fucking boxing with like that kind of stuff. Yes, I have seen Barbie.
Watch the Barbie movie?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. What did you think of that movie?
It was okay. I mean, I get it. It was
okay.
Like it was a big win for women for sure. I think it is something too where it's like, yeah, that's for girls. Like it's their girl thing. Like it's their superpower. You know?
Funny because we haven't talked about this at all.
No, I barely saw it. So I mean, it was good that it was just a win. I mean, men just seem like total fucking brainless idiots and stuff like that, which is like, yeah, most of the majority of men are like that, which is stupid. But but it's just like, I don't know. I mean, it's their movie. I mean, they don't get many movies. Women don't get many movies inside the industry as well. And they don't get paid as well, honestly.
Yeah. I think that was actually like the highest grossing movie directed by a female. Yeah, so it made over $1 billion already. So that's fucking a lot of money.
Yeah.
But
I saw that, Oppenheimer, and
I didn't see Oppenheimer yet.
It was good.
I want to see it.
There was a lot of people in that fucking movie. I was like, what the fuck? There's so many cameos in this goddamn movie. That and fucking what's his fucking name? Wes Anderson's new film, Asteroid City.
I haven't seen that yet. I want to see
that
too.
I saw that. That was there was a fuckload of people in that too.
I knew there's a lot in that.
Yeah, there was a lot of people. It was because it's weird because Wes Anderson's like Quentin Tarantino. He uses the same like actors.
Yeah.
And then like when you see a different actor in it, it's kind of like off-putting. You're like, what? Like what are you doing? It was it had Bryan Cranston, fucking Tom Hanks, Scarlett Johansson and Margaret Robbie in it as cameos.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, well, along with his other roster of actors that he has.
Yeah.
But it was just like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, this is a big fucking payout right here. There's so many fucking actors in this fucking movie.
I want to see it. The one I actually liked Barbie, but the one thing I would say is the message is so obvious and it keeps beating you over the head with it.
Yeah.
It gets super repetitive at a certain point.
I think
it's super obvious.
That's kind of what I'm trying to say too.
Oh, it sucks to be a woman.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and I mean, it's a good message, but it was almost like they could have cut like 20 minutes of that, and it probably would have been a little.
I feel
better.
like it's such a male answer to get.
I get that.
It is, but like it's true though, because I did too like get bored of it after a while. I'm like, I get it,
It was good, and it's
and the depiction
original.
of Ken, I was just like, really? I was like, okay, like that's kind of stupid.
It was good and it was pretty original. I just felt like it was the same message over and over again, and it was a bit much. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it was bad.
Yeah.
And it was actually, I think it was better than I thought it was going to be. It was like funnier than I thought it would be.
True, there was a lot of like fourth wall breaking.
Yeah,
and it was like kind of funny.
And like one of the things I thought was hilarious is like when it's like when they turn it into Ken World and that fucking Crazy Town song is playing. Come my lady, come
yeah.
my lady. Like that's such a bro song.
Exactly. Like there's just like they made it like bro obsolete, and that was the thing too. Like.
I like how it's all practical effects.
Because that was really cool. Actually, I really did like that. I appreciate it. It made everyone seem like dolls, especially how like they were walking, like the crazy Barbie. Yeah. Like the way she was walking, I was like, oh, it actually seems like there's a lot of practicality to this, and it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
No, the one part where I was like, for me, I was like, this is more personal in a sense where I was like, and this is why I let things go, and this is why I don't do what fucking other men do on that sense. Yeah. Is when they're showing like how they're turning the Kens against each other. And then, like, she goes and sits with, like, the other Ken. And then, like, it's like, oh, make them turn their egos against each other and then watch how they crumble because they'll start turning against each other since, like, you know, they want your attention. Yeah. I'm like, and that's so fucking true. That I'm like, true, I was like, literally, that happens to, like, all fucking males. And that's why, too, like, maybe that's why I've been bad at relationships because whenever someone does that, I am immediately like, okay, bye. Like, I don't need to see you. I don't need to fucking like chase after you. Like, and I've lost a lot of people with that mentality. And then people think I'm a heartless, but I'm just like, no, that's the reason why I don't do that is because fucking like ego and fucking jealousy becomes amongst. And then it just starts a formality of it where they're super fucking toxic. Like I don't follow that format at all. So when I saw that, I was like, I don't follow that lead. So like, good luck. Like, yeah, that does happen on like probably 90% of males, but like, I was like, that would not work on me.
Yeah, it wouldn't work on me either. I guess I would be like, I'm always like, if someone's not interested in me, I'm not interested.
I let go, and I mean, I shouldn't. There's people that I've really loved that I let go of just because I love giving the fucking silent treatment for some reason. I don't know why, but like, just how it happens. Look, when I saw that ego part, I was like, that's why I don't have the ego for that because if that happens, like majority of what men are trying to do is just fuck women all the time. Yeah. And it's just like, that's
for 5 minutes.
Yeah, literally. It's like the most primitive fucking thing, like I said beforehand. It's just like, that's the goal. They just try to sleep it with them like they're a fucking trophy or if they're like an item. And I'm like, they're not an item. They're not fucking like, they're an actual person. What did I see? I saw something on Instagram where it was like, what did it say? It said something like, oh, like, someone asked if I had a girlfriend and like I was like I said I had a wife or something like that or it's like and like the comment by was just like oh like if someone asked do you want money you say I have a salary or that's what that kind of was. It was like oh like I'm like I think you're cute like and then like some guys like oh I have a girlfriend or should I say I have a girlfriend and someone's like oh would you say if I have money but I don't need your salary or something like that. And there was a bunch of fucking stupid fucking comments popping off and I was like well women are not fucking material items so like what you're asking is not really relevant like. So the way you're seeing this fucking comment is just really fucking stupid. And then like it got a lot of like comment backs. Like a lot of females liked it, of course, but then like a lot of the comments from dudes were just like, yeah, they are. Like it was just such like fucking like just on top, just like dudes being the most fucking toxic they could possibly be. And I was like, wow. I was like, you really are setting us back. Like fucking every comment you do with this. Like my comment was in defense, and like every comment by every dude after that was just literally like setting us back a step by step. And I was like, see, this is why we fucking are hated, is because there's a shitload of us that think this way, and then fucking there's like a majority of us that actually think a little bit more optimistic, and then like we're just left with like the barren wasteland of us being like, oh man, are fucking trash. And it's just like,
man, yeah, like there's a girl that I've been talking to, and like she like it's like I have it's like she has all these like walls set up when she first started talking to me, and she was like, "Oh yeah, he's just like all these other guys," and like she's just expecting that, you know. It's like, oh, he just wants sex or like whatever, and like over time she's learning like, oh, he's not like that. But it's just it sucks because that's like a battle we're constantly fighting. Is like you have to like they just expect you to be.
I know, dude.
Like that.
One of the girl I'm seeing, she's like she's pretty fucking feminist, which is fine. I mean, obviously, if you're not being like a total bitch about it, then I'm gonna be like, stop fucking like trying to fuck with me this way. Yeah. But like we were talking about the situation, she's understanding. But then like I was like, yeah, it kind of sucks being like a straight male in this world nowadays. And then she's like, with your mindset, she's like, you don't think like other males do. She's like, it's kind of like weird to see. But she's like, I can understand the fact that like, it probably sucks ass being like a straight male with like your type of mindset because like the whole other part of the fucking planet is just fucking everything up, and you're like, yeah, it's really shitty.
Yeah, it's like we always have to deal with this shit where they're like and now a lot of times I just dodge it. Like if I see that in a girl,
you know me, I fucking support ladies all the time. I was raised by women. I love women. I love women so much. The fact that I don't want to become gay because pussy feels so fucking good. Sorry, it does. Sorry, gay men, but like literally, I'm just like, no, girls are just amazing. Like, I'm sorry, like I don't want to fucking give into that.
And for me, I've thought of like, no exaggeration, there's probably been thousands of girls in my life that I thought were attractive, and I've never seen a guy and been like, ooh, you know. And no offense to anyone, I don't give a fuck. Like, do whatever, you know. You can't, you know, whoever you like is who you like.
Yeah.
But like, it's just an interesting thing. Like to me, that's kind of weird.
Yeah,
you know? Like,
it is kind of weird.
Even though, like, I guess that's normal, but I'm like, that's a trip to think like that. That like every day there's like some girl that I'll see that I'll think is attractive. You know,
I know, and then like, well, because guys, okay, see that's the thing too. I see it so much online. It's just like guys are trying to get girls' numbers or trying to get with them or be with them. And there's so many testimonies of girls like they don't like to go out because they're just being harassed by men. Like they'll grab them or grope them and shit. And it's like, see, this is why fucking
fucks it up.
Yeah, exactly.
You
like
can't do normal shit.
This girl named Mocha that I follow that like we're like mutual friends with. She just told a testimony of the fact that she went out for the first time in like a long time. And like right when she went out, this guy was just like groping her. He followed her out of the club. She had to go out through the back door, and then she was like trying to grab her hair on the dance floor and shit. And I'm like, dude, like. This shit like this is the reason why fucking like women are afraid to go out or afraid to fucking do anything is because dudes like that are fucking creepy and go off and do shit like that. And it's just, I would love to punch every dude in the face that fucking did shit like that. I would love to beat the shit out of people like that. Like if someone was just
nice.
I know, right? Like some people, like someone told that I was like, some people just need to get their ass whooped, and then like the feminist girl, she's like, I don't know about that. I was like, I'm not saying that like
once or twice.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not saying that we should fucking like stone them or something like that, but like a good pop to the face would just like put them in check. Like, dude, like you need to fucking check yourself and like just be like, that's it. Like I'm not trying to fucking like make you bleed all over the place. Just like one pop and just learn your fucking place. Dude.
I have a stance with this that I think some people disagree with, but I think everyone needs to get their ass kicked at least once.
Like everyone should grow up from the hood. Yeah. Because when you grow up from the hood, you learn survival traits, you know, street smarts, you learn how to fucking compensate with what you have. Like, I think everyone should come from the hood at least one point in their life. It makes you grow smarter. You're like, oh, okay.
Not everyone can, though.
That's true. And exactly. See, that's another thing. It toughens you up.
Yeah.
I know some gay people that are tough as shit and they grew up from the hood. Fucking Paul Mooney. Paul Mooney's from the fucking hood, and he's gay.
Oh yeah,
and he's one of the best comedians in like fucking the world has to offer. Yeah,
yeah. They revealed that, right? Yeah, like a couple years ago. R.I.P. Paul Mooney.
R.I.P. Paul Mooney.
Yeah, he was hilarious.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But no, dude, it's just I don't know. Like it's such a big different world now, and I feel like it's such a big different world now, and I feel like we're trying to heal over all those old like ways of thinking, which is great. It is, but there's going to be a lot of chaos and a lot of, like, destruction. Like, you know, Black lives, indigenous, fucking gays, trans, women, like, all trying to fucking, like, all of that's, like, all that old mentality is now being shifted into something new, and it's taking a lot to fucking get through it. And it's just, there's a lot of, like, old hatred, old, like, you know, like, pent-up anger that people have had, like, withheld for years, and now that's getting outlashed in this sense. And so,
yeah,
I mean, over time, hopefully we'll come to a balance where it's just this very good mutual understanding, but for now, we're just suffering through it. Hopefully we, like, come to a good formality sooner or later.
A break out of it.
Yeah, I mean, till then, I'm just going to keep whooping ass and doing music and doing what I do, but...
Well, we're in a weird place, because I feel like with AI taking jobs, like revolution might finally be on the way.
Probably.
You
Fucking James Cameron was trying to like Twitter right that he's like, I told you.
I told you.
Yeah, right.
That guy's he's so arrogant. Right?
Yeah, he is arrogant as fuck. Fuck James Cameron.
He's always like, I told you.
Yeah.
This is kind of funny with the submarine thing when the implosion.
Yeah.
Like the Titan thing. So they had him on the. I've said this before, but I think you'd find it funny. So they had him on the news and they're interviewing and it said
James Cameron.
Yeah, and it said James Cameron, ocean explorer.
Oh my! Like he's actually done it and shit. The fuck, get out of here.
Because they were doing that for Avatar and Titanic. They're doing the ocean exploration shit.
Yeah.
But I just thought that was funny because it's like James Cameron, ocean explorer.
That's horrible. He's not even fucking experienced.
He's the ocean explorer.
I know, old arrogant fuck. Speaking of old arrogant fucks that punch people, and then because he just doesn't, I feel like he's righted to do it. I saw Indiana Jones, dude. I really fucking loved that movie.
It was actually good.
I loved it.
Give him hell, Indiana Jones.
Yeah. He was in it, that guy. It was nice seeing him, too. And actually, it was funny because when I saw it in theaters, people applauded when they saw, like, old characters resurface and stuff like that. So it was nice. And the first, like, 20 minutes of the movie is, like, they did really good on the CGI, the face mapping, but, like, it was, like, young Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
So the beginning, like, 30 of the minutes of the movie, it's like you're watching, like, an old Indiana Jones film. Because it's, like, basically, like, something he did in his past, like, bit him in the ass later in his life. So, like, it's, like, it was really good. I liked it. There's a lot of callbacks, like, 2 or 3 flashback scenes. They, like, basically made it seem like it was an old part of the series. They totally fucking negated the one before it, though. They knew how bad. Yeah, they knew how bad that fuck up that was. That they were like, yeah, that didn't happen.
The CGI on those aliens was so bad.
Yeah,
I saw that recently, just randomly.
Did you?
That scene was playing somewhere, and I was like, "Fuck, this looks bad."
No, dude, they mentioned it for a second, but they just cut it. They're like, yeah, that never happened. Like they're like, we knew that was a shitty movie, but we're not gonna make it seem like it was still part of the series in a sense.
I think the movie itself wasn't that bad, but that part with the aliens was fucking bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like a terrible movie, but part's terrible.
See, okay, that's how Indiana Jones films play out. Like they'll be like the adventure of trying to find this archaeological thing, and then like they get it, and then the last part of the movie is like you witnessing something that's like shouldn't be witnessed, like it's part of history. Like, oh shit, the Last Crusade, like he witnesses like one of the Knights of the Round Table, like fucking like the what is it like fucking Ark, like Raiders of the Lost Ark, how he like that whole like fucking like everything happens in the movies where it shouldn't be. Like, oh shit, like in Temple of Doom he witnesses magic and like, you know, people's hearts getting taken out and like how voodoo fucking like helps and stuff like that. But he mentions that in this new movie. He's like, I believe in science and I'm a man of archaeology. He's like, and I always go by the book. He's like, but there have been a few times in my life that I've experienced things that I can't fucking like describe. And then I think it's not about like what you believe in, but it's just how hard you believe it. And so later in the movie, like when they actually find out, like when they get to that part of like when they know the part of history they're like witnessing, it's just really cool to watch. Like, oh shit, like he's being a part of history now, like the rest of the other movies and stuff like that. Like he's on this archaeological path, but then it just somehow happens in the sense that's like, oh crap. Plus, Mikkelsen or whatever, Mike Mikkelsen, the guy who plays the bad guy in it, he did a really good job. I always like watching that guy. He's in Death Stranding.
Oh yeah,
that bad guy in Death Stranding, and then like he's a good actor. I just feel like I always like find entertainment watching him. So it was a good movie. I really liked it.
Oh yeah, I was gonna check it out. Like I saw there was like an early response to it where it was negative, but then now it seems like it actually got like a pretty good response. How many Zeus slaps?
I give it 8.5 Zeus slaps out of 11.
Oh, that's good.
That's pretty good, dude. That's on me speaking, but for real though, I give it like 8 Zeus slaps.
How many did you give Barbie?
I give that.
Oh, the Barbies is pretty.
I probably give that 8.
That I would too. So okay, you made it the way you're talking about it. I thought it was like a 6 or some shit.
No. Barbie's for sure like an 8.
It was good.
It was a good movie.
Yeah, it could have been better. I'm telling you, if they would have cut some of that shit, it would have worked. Because it's like when you see a movie with like, I don't know, like too much.
It was just kind of just hitting the but I feel like that was the point of it though, to like, we're gonna tell men to their face like personally, and like that's all it was. It was like hitting you over the head like repetitively, and then just showing how much pieces of trash men are, like when Ken went to the real world and then like comes back and
all
like
that was fine. That was funny.
I guarantee like 80% of fucking males are gonna dress how Ken did when he made it Ken's World for Halloween.
You probably, yeah.
Like all the
I saw that
chads and
was
shit. Like,
the
dude,
worst guy you know is gonna dress like
oh yeah,
this,
that was a
bro.
thing, right? That was a thing. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that
For
was
sure,
funny.
though. They're all gonna dress like that.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer was good. I like long movies. I really do.
I want to watch it, but I gotta watch it in IMAX.
It was like 3.5 hours. I mean, I dig.
One of the so there's only like I think like 13 theaters that have the IMAX that Nolan wanted for that movie. One of them is in Ontario, so I'm gonna go to that one.
Do that. That'd be fucking sick.
Yeah, because it's a specific kind.
They get to the point. I mean, I'm not gonna give anything away. Like,
well, we know the story.
Yeah, well, 2/3 of the story of just like how they get to the bomb, and then when they finally make the bomb happen, and then like when he talks to the president, and then like the other half of the movie is just like the fucked up part of just being like, yeah, you did your part. We don't fucking need you anymore. And it's just a whole. It's a really kind of fucked up story. You're just like, damn, like that sucks. But
well, yeah,
But no, all the performances were good. Robert Downey Jr. said that was like one of his like funnest, best movies he's done like in history. Like he's like, this is probably one of the best movies I've like had the most fun doing. And I get that he's been in Marvel movies for fucking decades now. So of course he wants to do something more theatrical. Like something more theatrical.
I mean, it's basically just real life Thanos.
I know, right? Pretty much.
The A-bomb. No, it's like
that's they get to that whole fucked up part too, and how like I mean that did a number to Japan that we can never even imagine because there's such an old cultural fucking like country, and they're so like literally in tune with like the land and like the richness and the history of like having land together. And so when that bomb just came and fucked up everything, it traumatized them so bad that they've like I don't even have an army now. They have their army is us like. And if something happens, like they have to contact us and be like, all right, well, we'll intervene and stuff like that.
I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like, well, what would have happened? Like people would have kept dying in the war. It's like either way, people fucking die.
That was another point that they made because like Oppenheimer feels bad about making the bomb, and then like they're like, you'll see when you see it. I don't even know if I want to give it away.
Well, I know the real life story.
Yeah,
so like,
because like he says too. Yeah, exactly. But he says the same thing. He's just like, if I didn't, because they're trying to be like, well, why did you make a fucking weapon of mass destruction? He's like, you fucking told me to, and I did this for science, and you like literally you funded all this. And then there comes to a point where he gets pissed, and he's like, look, if we didn't do this first, then Russia would have fucking did this. Like there was a race to make this happen, and we beat them to it. So of course we come into power. Like, isn't that what you wanted? You wanted to be in power. And it just basically like the after story is like showing how the FBI is just getting way too big of a head. Like they're like, oh, now that we have all this, like fuck you, like we're gonna fucking just take over fucking everything at this point. Yeah, you know the real story, but like watching it like transform on like screen, you're like,
it's different. Yeah,
it's pretty like fucked up. You're like, that's pretty mad.
Yeah, I heard it's a hard movie to watch, but it's a really good movie.
No, I loved it. I probably same thing. 8 Zeus slaps.
Jesus, that's good.
Yeah, so I think all three of those
quality.
Quality movies. I mean, I'm pretty sure people would lower Indiana Jones. I feel like people would be like, "What?"
Yeah, they probably wouldn't think.
Yeah, I personally liked it that much.
I know you always like those movies.
Yeah, that's so just me.
Like,
you don't know what I mean, but I think all three. In reality, I think Indiana Jones is probably like maybe like a 7.5. Maybe like a 7.
If it's 8.5 to you, it is.
Yeah, that's a personal reason. But like as a fucking like probably like a 7, like a 7 Zeus slap, and then like Barbie and Oppenheimer are like 8.
It does seem like on paper those movies are probably better than Indiana Jones. I don't know. I got to see.
For sure, exactly. I mean, I'm an old classic moviegoer, so fucking no. I know. At first, I didn't watch a lot of these, and then there was just a week where I was like, "I'm gonna just do this in a run," and I just did all those movies.
Busted them all out.
Yeah. Asteroid City, along with that too. I busted that one out. You know what movie I do want to see? That looks kind of cheesy, but I heard it's good from like the horror crowd. Is fucking that one with Dracula on the boat.
Oh yeah, that one does look good. Actually.
Yeah, Voyager or something like that, right?
Demeter, Voyage of the Demeter.
Yeah.
I don't know how you say it.
It's that in between story where like Dracula's like on that boat, and then like, how they get from Transylvania to England. So
yeah, that would be cool.
No, I heard it's a lot of practical effects too, so I really want to see it.
I like the practical effects.
Yeah, same here. Someone told me like they're like, oh yeah, like it was a really good movie, and I was like, I'll give it a shot.
I realized I don't really like CGI that much. Like it's like a necessary.
It's gotten more
evil.
lazy. I'm gonna be that cool guy in the studio, like Keith Richards installed the studio. So when we were recording outside Kong Studios, and then
recording outside,
I was about morphine deep until the button alert hit me, and then we went up and recorded the rest of the track, and told the company to fuck off. Next stupid question.
It'd be like that sometimes.
That was actually really good. I'm proud of myself.
I do a lot of impressions.
Yeah. No. Besides that, that was the movie aspects that we had to say.
Well, I do want to get into that, but for now,
What were you gonna say? What happened? Bring it to me.
I wanted to wish hip hop a happy 50th birthday. It was like August 11th.
Oh, that's right. Hip hop's fucking birthday was like
hip hop's birthday. Happy birthday, Scott. It was his birthday yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Happy birthday, Chamberlain. It was his birthday yesterday.
Nice. So. All these fucking Leos, stupid ass kitty cats.
Yeah.
I'm surrounded by you guys.
Motherfucker.
Oh, I'm fucking surrounded by you guys.
Yeah.
I know. It was my this is a personal. It's my great aunt's birthday, and she's the head of the family. She's 94 years old, and her birthday was.
Oh, she's a Leo too.
She's a Leo too.
Gang.
I know. I was like, of course she's a fucking Leo. I was like, God.
You gotta run it.
I know. She's like, you're not head of the family yet. She told me that once. I was like, God damn it. I was like, what the fuck?
My dad's a Leo.
Yeah, your dad's a Leo. Another sides of that, Robin Williams, I think, passed away like 2 days ago.
Oh, was that right?
Yesterday. It was yesterday, and then on top of that, it was also the release of PT 4 years ago for PS4 yesterday.
It's also Dell's birthday was yesterday.
Dell's birthday? He's a Leo?
And Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury's Leo? Oh my
heavyweight
God.
champion of the world.
That's crazy.
Yeah. All that day, August 12th. Crazy,
all these Leos.
All these Leos. Who are your famous birthday twins? I found some of mine.
Who are yours? I want to know.
Usain Bolt, the sprinter, Jamaican sprinter.
Oh, okay.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Really? Wilt Chamberlain's on your birthday? What the fuck? Okay.
I was like, that's fucking cool. I don't mind that.
Weird.
Serge Tankian, the singer
for
System of a Down. There's a bunch of like YouTubers that I'm not that familiar with.
I found out Martin Luther King's this is sound super cheesy. The girl that I'm seeing, she's like, I looked up my birthdays and like fucking like I saw like they like do. I guess you put in your birthday and the person you're seeing, and if it is a good match, they'll show like famous celebrities that have like that same birthday demographic as like you two. And so she's like, I did mine and yours, and I was just like, that's corny. But then fucking no, she has the same birthday as Martin Luther King, and then his wife has like the same birthday as I do.
That's a
and I didn't know that. I was like, no. And she's like, yeah. Like, and I was like, she has the same birthday as I do. And I was like, and I looked it up and I was like, oh shit. Like, that's so fucking quiet. But no, her, Marcus Aurelius, William Shakespeare.
I knew Marcus Aurelius.
Yeah. Well, I'm so proud of that one. William Shakespeare also has the same birthday as I do. And Channing Tatum.
That's your birthday? Oh, okay. Channing Tatum's
fucking bro birthday twin right there. I'm like, really? Channing Tatum? I'm like, oh, God.
The creator of SpongeBob also for mine.
Really?
Stephen Hillenburg. There's a bunch of them. It's weird because they don't always show it on every site. Yeah. But then I found that out over time. Mm-hmm. So like, that's cool. Fun fact, he was a marine biologist before he made cartoons, which
that
totally makes
sense. That totally makes sense. But that's beautiful that he was that, so he would totally get like how much he puts into it for sure.
But he made one of the best cartoons, so that's pretty cool. Like,
I mean, SpongeBob really wasn't like definitely my favorite, but I mean, I've watched a couple of things here and there from it. But yeah, everyone knows all about it. So
it is a classic cartoon. Yeah, it's original.
Oh shit, that was the wrong one.
Oh yeah. So I got more to go. You know what? This is a good time.
For what?
Oh no, actually, never mind. This is still on the same topic. I was gonna switch. I was gonna get this sports segment in real quick.
Sports.
But first, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put what was your best birthday?
I've had a lot of shitty birthdays, dude. I don't know.
My worst?
My birthdays are very depressing to me. I don't think I've really.
They can be for sure.
Yeah, my birthdays are very depressing to me.
What was your worst then?
My worst?
Or first, your best?
I think my worst actually was this past year. I think it was the worst birthday I've ever had.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
That was the worst birthday ever because I got reminded how much I fail at relationships, especially with females. And then I proceeded to spend it by myself and literally just had the day to myself, which is nice, I guess. You just have the day to yourself and shit like that. I should take a Prince approach and not celebrate birthdays, and that's how you just stay young forever. You just don't celebrate your birthday. But no, it was a shit show. And I mean, I got reminded by the small little loves in my life, like, you know, what really means the most to me. But it was just a depressing day. It was like, on top of that, like, I don't know. I always wanted like a big crew to celebrate my birthday with. I've always been so like by myself almost every single birthday. Like I had like a small little group, which I'm very appreciative for. And the people that take me out on my birthday, like, I'm super appreciative for that. But you know, when you see things that you're just like, I want to have that, like that experience. Like I want to have the experience of like
We gotta
celebrating
do
like a
that.
huge birthday with somebody or like being somewhere, and I see other people like having the time of their life, and I'm just
I
like,
did try to see you for your birthday, but you were.
true.
Yeah, I tried.
I think I was too much
can't
of an
force it on you.
I think I was too much in a depressive state too, and I was just like, I don't want to see anybody. I think that's
Yeah.
another thing, but no offense to you. I know you. I see you're one person I would care about. The best birthday? I don't know, dude. I remember my 18th birthday was pretty fun, but you were there for that, were you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that was pretty fun, but like, I don't know. The best birthday? Shit. I don't even remember. I don't know. I don't remember.
One. Yeah. I know my worst for sure.
Yeah. I can't actually really tell you. Like,
But I think I have a best also. Though.
what's the best?
The best. I don't remember the age, but I remember the birthday. So my girlfriend at the time surprised me and drove us to Malibu, and we like ate we went to like one of those, what is it, Gelson's? You know, it's kind of like a bougie grocery store, but we got like their hot food and like ate breakfast on the beach. And we chilled there, and then she had like a massage booked, and we did that. And then I came home, and my family had like one of my favorite pizza places.
Oh, that's nice.
So that was a nice birthday.
That's really good.
That was
honestly.
cool. Yeah.
I remember I dated my high school sweetheart in the second love of my life. It's so weird. Okay, so the second love of my life had her birthday April 25th. Mine was April 26th. So we'd always like dual share
Super
birthday.
close,
yeah,
yeah.
dual share birthdays together, which was nice, but sometimes it was more about her than it was about me.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean,
Usually it would be with the girl.
well, yeah, exactly. And then the one that was on April 30th, like, my high school sweetheart, hers was on April 30th, and mine's April 26th, and like, she would always try to like do the best she could for me, like during the birthday, which I highly appreciated, and like, of course, her family would go all out for her, so it was nice.
Yeah.
But when it's always just like I think, yeah, girls always gonna have the better birthdays anyways, though. So
yeah, it's usually more about them. It's like a wedding. It's more about the girl. It's
Mm-hmm.
not like, oh, what does the groom want to do? Like,
yeah,
no one gives a fuck.
No one gives a fuck. I think the only thing you do is like you go to a strip club and fucking get a lap dance or something like that. But I don't do that. I would never do that.
I went to a wedding recently, and I was like the only person wearing like a nice suit, and I felt weird.
That's weird.
It was like I outdressed the groom, and it was weird.
That's weird.
Yeah. And then like the bride told my date that I was very attractive, and I was like, this is a weird ass.
What the fuck? Was it like a casual wedding?
It was a real. I mean, it was in Vegas, so I guess it's kind of casual, but like,
I guess.
it was a trip.
The only time I went like to a casual wedding is when my cousin got married, but she got married in Laguna Beach, like at the.
That's not that casual.
Well, no, it was supposed to be like she's like, I don't want anyone coming up and dressing up like literally like in suits and shit. She's like, just wear like just like dress shirts or something like that, and like khakis. Even that was probably too dressy because everyone just came kind of like casual, like. I don't know, like rich beach attire, I guess. Like, would you imagine like polo shirts and like some like khaki shorts or some shit? Like, that's all it was. And I was like, oh, okay, all right.
I didn't know I was my date's +1, and she was like, "Oh, are you gonna get a suit, or do you have a suit?" And I had suits, but it's like, "Oh, I'll just wear one I have." And she didn't seem to like that idea, so I was like, "Okay, I guess I'll get a suit." And
Yeah.
I got like a pretty expensive suit to go, which isn't bad. It's always good to have a suit.
Yeah.
But like, I totally could have worn another suit I had. Like, knowing now, I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah, overdressed as fuck for this fucking thing.
I was overdressed as fuck, you know. So I ended up spending like so much money for that wedding. It was just like, damn, man.
Did you rent it?
No, I bought it.
You bought it?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a bad thing though. Like
You need a suit. That's
yeah, you
kinda
need
how I looked
you
at it.
need a suit.
I have other suits though, so I probably got like at least 5 suits.
I need to get another one because I'm just
I
my
bet
body demographic is different now.
We should wear suits more.
We should.
We should.
We
you know?
should honestly.
I
I
feel
mean,
like that's our next step.
I'm
Matching
down.
suits for team morale.
I'm down, honestly. I really am down.
We
for
should
that.
though. Like we're getting to an age where it's like, okay, we should wear suits more. Not all the time. But
I want that shit to be dappered out though. I don't want to have that stupid regular businessman attire. I need
yeah,
to be. I need to be
did you
dappered
see
out.
my suit? My
Yeah, I
suit's
did. It
like
was nice.
blue. It has like I got the pink tie.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I need that shit. I need that shit dappered out for sure. But no, it's just yeah, I know. My body demographic is different now, so I have to get it tailored. Like I've tried to put on the old one, and it just was just like I was like, oh shit! Like I'm bigger in some areas, and I'm like smaller in my waist.
I got to get mine. That one isn't even really tailored. I thought they tailored it, and then I realized like, oh, this shit is like not really tailored.
So I was like, no, I need to like get my shit tailored.
Because they took my measurements.
Someone told me about a place over here, and they actually said that they bought it, and it was only for like $350.
For a suit, that's pretty good.
Like, and they actually did the measurements and tailored it, and they actually like, yeah, it was only like $350 for everything. And I was like, what? I was like, $350 for like all of it? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, that's pretty fucking, good. Yeah. That's pretty fucking good.
Mine was definitely more than that, and they didn't tailor it.
Ah, whack, super whack.
It's all good though. It's all good. I mean, I got a suit, so I can't complain. All right, so I have to do sports.
Sports.
I kind of tried to talk about some stuff that you might be feeling. Dodgers are doing well. They're smacking the Rockies.
Oh, dude, I've seen. They've been smacking everybody lately.
They have been. It's funny because people are like worried, like, oh, this team isn't good enough to win a World Series. And then I look and I'm like, they have the second best record in the National League. Like, they're only behind the Braves. Like,
Braves have been doing good for a while now,
but they're right about where they normally are. It's
Plus, we got Tigres del Norte back. We're unstoppable now, and we got Kike Hernandez back.
Yeah, we got Kike back. Yeah,
he didn't get teel much of a welcome. When I went to go see him, I felt like he didn't get too much of a welcoming back, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah. When I went, remember the game I invited you to?
Yeah.
Those are good seats, by the way. Those are really good seats.
They were. I was looking them up. I was like, damn, these are like, these are good seats. But I couldn't find one for her close to there. And
the company paid for those seats. So I was like, damn. But no, it was a good game. I mean, so I gave your ticket away to someone I knew, the girl I was seeing, and so she like came, but like I was there with other friends too.
Yeah.
And we were expected to be like kind of like a semi-good game or whatever. It was like 10 to fucking 11 to 1.
Wasn't it the A's though?
Yeah, it was the A's. And like my friends like left because they're like, we're gonna go out like and drink and stuff like that around the area. Like, you want to come with us? And I was like, nah, I invited someone, so I'm away for them. But I was just like, because the whole night you could feel it. Like everyone was just like, yeah, like it was just like exciting to be there, but it was just like, well, it's kind of boring because fucking like the A's are just getting their ass whooped, and it's just like that's what it means when baseball starts getting boring. You're like, oh, like at least we're winning. Like, who gives a fuck? But like it's just boring at this point.
It is better this year though because there's the pitch clock and like the games are like 20 minutes shorter than they used to be on average.
Yes, for sure. Because some innings would last like a fucking like 40 minutes, dude. Some innings would last a while, man.
The innings where they're beating someone's ass, that's when it lasts because they keep it's cool for if your team's winning.
For sure.
It really sucks if your team's just getting their ass kicked.
Oh yeah.
You're just like enduring hours and hours of a baseball game. Like, well, when I saw they lost to the Astros like 15-0 or something, it was horrible.
Oh yeah.
I was at that game. It was so bad.
Was that when they were cheating though? So
yeah, it was the year after they won the World Series. So I don't know if everyone knew they were cheating yet because it didn't come out until a little bit later.
Yeah.
That was so trash.
I bet, dude.
Yeah.
Especially against the Astros. I fucking hate the Astros.
I did want to shout out Terrence Crawford, who won that Spence fight. It was a 50-50 fight on paper. I watched it like pay-per-view.
Oh, how was it?
At my dad's house, and he just beat Spence's ass.
Did he?
Like so badly.
I didn't even watch
it. He knocked him down like 3 times, and they waved it off eventually. It was just he won like almost every round.
Yeah.
But it was just like, damn, and now he's 40-0, right? Another knockout.
Oh yeah, isn't he like 10 behind fucking Mayweather?
So he's starting to get to, that's what I was going to say, is like he's starting to get to that like, oh, this guy could actually potentially like pass Mayweather.
Maybe.
It's possible.
Yeah.
He's 35 now. If he fought twice a year till he was 40, he'd hit 50-0 if he won every fight.
Yeah.
He just beat one of his best like opponents.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I watched Mayweather come up and be like, nah, if you're going to pass my goal, you got to fucking fight me.
At this point, man, Mayweather's like 46.
Yeah,
it would be fucking risky to fight that guy. That guy looks like kind of unstoppable right now.
I mean, yeah, but then that's going to also be another debate is like, oh, if Mayweather was at his prime, then he would take him out. It's like, well, who knows?
Yeah, people now are a lot of people don't like Mayweather, but they're starting to say like, oh, Crawford might beat Mayweather like prime for prime.
Probably.
It would be a crazy fight. Like it might.
I'm interested to see how his career progresses, honestly.
Yeah, he has. I mean, he's already at 40-0. But his 40th fight, I was comparing it. So the 40th fight he just had with Spence was undefeated in a welterweight at the same weight. He's bigger than him.
Yeah.
Floyd's 40th fight was Marquez, which is like, it's a good win, but Marquez came up in weight and he was older and like, it's not as impressive as that win. So I'm like, damn, then I'm looking at the last 10 Floyd fights, and some of them are kind of bullshit, or like they're like he fought like Victor Ortiz, he fought like Andre Berto, like these guys that are like they're good, but they're not like crazy. He beat Canelo in that time, but Canelo was like 23.
Exactly. I feel like Canelo was like not starting. He was like a good like rookie rising, and then like
the crazy thing is that fool had like 40 fights. Canelo did, so it's like he had a lot of fucking fights.
Yeah, but it's just like I don't know at that time though for sure.
But he was green, so it was like
exactly he was green.
Yeah, so. But at the same time, like when Floyd
was
like
Solid Snake when you said that. You're still too green.
He's still green.
Yeah.
So, but still at the same time, like when Floyd was Canelo's age, he beat a champion who was like, so it's like you kind of got to beat that guy when you got to, because Floyd was past his best. He was past his prime.
Yeah.
So if anything, he could have beat him, but he fought an all-time great.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like that's a tough thing. But I think at this point, Terrence Crawford's an all-time great. I was looking at it, it's like Sugar Ray Leonard only had like 30-something fights.
Yes.
So, and he lost some.
De La Hoya had how many?
I don't know. Off the top
because that was
of my
another
head,
thing too, where they're like De La Hoya doesn't like. Well, I mean, when he was at maybe prime for prime, he would probably beat him. Honestly.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's possible. He is bigger than Floyd, so that's part of it.
For sure.
I think he still had some left when he fought Floyd. When he fought Pacquiao, he like dropped down in weight, and it was like a terrible idea.
Yeah.
He dropped down to a weight he didn't fight at in like 12 years. That's why he got destroyed like that, because they were putting like an IV in his arm between rounds. And
I
shit.
know,
it was
dude.
Just
that's
all bad.
Horrible. You shouldn't be doing that to your body at that and pushing that. That's limited at that point in time.
Yeah.
So it's like
that was a terrible idea
for sure.
Anytime these guys drop weight like later on, it's like it doesn't end well.
I know for sure.
You can't drop weight at like 40. But
I mean, and especially with that like different, dropping weight like that, and you're fucking coming back after how many years? Like you're putting your body through a lot of push that it's already been through, and it's like, dude, no, you're already retired at this point.
Yeah, so that was a bad idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I was just I wanted to give Crawford credit. I mean, I think he is already an all-time great technically.
Yeah.
He became the first male boxer to be undisputed in 2 divisions.
True.
Like he won all the belts. Like Floyd never did that. Like because it's hard to do. Nobody did it till now. Like
all the fucking belts.
Yeah, because a lot of times there's all these stupid politics and shit, but they were able to get past that, and Spence had a lot of the belts, and he beat Spence. He had
That's so fucking bizarre.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Actually, New Jack is going to stop you for one good fucking second and take over the show real quickly. So, as everyone may not or may know, this is Zach's 200th episode. 2000s, I was about to say. The 200th episode of this long and gating series that he has been doing ever since. When did you start? Probably 2019. When the pandemic, before the pandemic hit, right?
I could tell you exactly when it was.
Yeah.
It was 11/11/2019. I did that on purpose.
And it was right before the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
Because I remember after you first started, you only had like a couple episodes, and I was working at that warehouse job, and I would listen to your podcast before I would go to work, because I had to be up at work at fucking 4 or 5 in the morning.
Gotta get up.
And gotta get up early in the morning. And it's been 200 episodes. I've been on multiple of these episodes. I remember when I first started, I was so nervous to have you. Remember we did that shit? And on top of that, upgrade on top of that. We did that inside of your daughter's room at that point.
Yeah.
And then now we're in the studio. But no, it's been a long drive. You've already had, I know over past times you have done recalls to episodes that you've done, season 1, season 2, and then you did past recalls of what your favorite moments are, and you've had multiple guests over continents on top of that.
Yeah.
You've had multiple series with different people over phones, interviews, and very intellectual people giving their insights on what they believe on certain topics, which has been awesome. I don't know why you have me on here sometimes, because I just rant off about whooping everyone's ass and how stupid things are.
I think we've made some of the best episodes together, though.
Thank you.
I think so.
Shut up. All right. Anyways.
When I think of the show, it's hard not to think of you, because I'm you've been on it so much,
That's so sweet of you.
It's true.
But no, so
from the beginning too.
How would you describe this progress that you've made over these years? Because that's honestly a crazy thing to think about. You started this right before COVID hit, and you didn't know that was going to happen. So you literally had the time to be inside. I got a podcast I started, so now I could just work on it throughout and I feel like it carried so much more the fact that that happened, that you really put yourself to it more. I mean, I'm not saying you wouldn't have put yourself to it if the pandemic didn't happen, but I feel like you really drove
push it more.
You did push it more. The fact you're like, oh, well, I have this to do now. Well, you've made it like kind of like a traditional thing, and it's been 200 episodes
200
over a course of fucking 3 years, pretty much, and
it's crazy.
That's like, and you've had
4.
multiple.
It's
4,
really like well, it's close to 4.
Yeah. So
in November it'll be 4.
That's so bizarre to think about. So how do you feel this being your 200th episode? I'm surprised you didn't do any more crazy antics besides have me on it, honestly. But like
well,
fireworks.
we wanted to get King Mars on, but it didn't work out.
Yeah,
it's all good. Like we'll have him on.
Is he inside the chat? Are you in here, motherfucker?
He might be.
Just seeing your stupid face. No, I call him what I'm just I love his beautiful face. I love that beautiful black face of his. But now I call him ever since he started gaining weight, I call him the new Carl Weather. Oh God. No, the Black Rambo, the Black Dynamite, if anything.
Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan,
you son of a bitch.
But no, he's been with the crew. He's been on this podcast for multiple times as well. So
yeah.
Right?
Yes, he's been on here at least 3 times, if not more.
Uh-huh.
I know we had a couple all together, probably like 4 times, I would say. So.
Yeah, how many episodes have we been on all together? Has it been like 4 episodes?
No. Oh, all of us together?
All 3 of us together.
All 3 of us. It might be like 4. I've had him on a solo one, so.
You've had him on a solo one before.
Yeah.
He's also called in a bunch of times that I've been on.
Yeah.
Like I remember I was like looking at my phone on live. He's like, "Put me on, motherfucker." Like,
put me on, motherfucker.
Yeah. Black ass. Put his ass on. I'm just like, damn.
That's funny.
No, so yeah, I'm surprised you didn't do more theatrics about like, having your 200th episode. I mean, it's been a long ride. We've talked over a lot.
It has been a long time.
We've both shifted mindsets and just stories, and I've seen you go through your ups and downs of like, like how bad you were feeling when some episodes hit, and then like, it's so crazy to think about. So what's your honest?
Been on a run, yeah.
What's your honest feelings about all this?
I was listening to it. I've actually been listening to old episodes to prepare for this because I wanted to see like what's the show, how has it evolved, and it really changed more than I thought. But in some ways, it stayed the same, which is good. It's like. True. It's always an emphasis on comedy and just like making an entertaining show, which I guess that sounds obvious, but then when I listen to the old episodes, they're better than I remember. I'm like, oh, this is actually like fun. And I find myself laughing because I don't remember the shit that I was talking about or you were talking about. And it's like, it's still fun. It's like fun to listen to.
I feel like I toned down. I remember when there's some shit I listened to like the first episodes, and I'm like, God damn! I'm like, I am going off right now.
We went pretty hard on some stuff on this one. Yeah,
but changed, but still the same. So it's
still the same.
Difference, but same, but still the same.
Still the same.
Well, that's the thing too. Like I said, change. We
still smoking.
Yeah, we still smoking. No, when we first did this, like we were in your fucking daughter's bedroom.
Yeah.
And now we're in the studio.
Yeah. I mean, and there's video.
To Hollywood, to South Central, back to Silver Lake.
This is the 33rd episode with video. So that's a thing too.
33rd with video.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have video at the beginning because it's like, and I don't even watch the video myself. Even on these, like I've listened to it.
I don't even know that they're there. Honestly.
Yeah, they're on YouTube and they're on Spotify on video. But
that's right. I think I did watch one episode where like, I mean, it was like you and Curtis in the bedroom or something like that, hanging out, like talking. But I remember I was like, oh, there actually is video footage of this on Spotify.
Video now.
Yeah. That's dope.
I started editing it. What's kind of cool, I guess I could plug this app. So the site we're using, after we're done, you can just put it directly onto Spotify from the app, which is cool. So it doesn't actually take any space or anything. So that's cool. But for YouTube, I have to download it and put it back on. But that's YouTube. I think it's a good platform though, YouTube. Even though
it is,
nobody watches it on there.
I need to be putting way. It doesn't matter. You still should have it up there regardless. But no, I need to put way more stuff of my stuff on YouTube too. I forget. That's not even I'm lazy. I literally just forget to fucking do it. I'm like.
Yeah.
So whatever.
It's hard.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was gonna say my question was only gonna be like, what were some of like your favorite moments that happened throughout the series? Yeah. So what were some of the favorite moments that you've had? Because would you call this a season?
The season?
Like, would you call this a season now? Seeing that, like, remember how you did like first season, second season?
Yeah, this is the 5th season.
Yeah.
The first season was really short. It's only like what, like 8 episodes or
So
something.
out of 200 episodes, what were some of your favorite moments? That's a big question, I know. So
I think some of my favorites. I'm not just saying this because you're here, but some of my favorites is like every time you're on, is like it's always like it's fun. You know, I always find it more fun to have someone on.
It's always,
you know?
we've been friends since second grade. I've been stuck with this asshole forever. No,
My bad. Fucking having Pedro Fernandez on.
He was always a good one.
I want to get him on again, but he's always.
When's the last time you had
that
him?
guy's like a history book, like, so it's cool to have him on. He just like knows so much.
Yeah, he's an
about
old
so
cop
many
and an
things.
old boxer, dude. That guy has stories on stories.
But but not only that, he's from San Francisco, so he's like a super liberal ex-cop, which is just
bizarre. Honestly, that's very bizarre.
And he smokes weed all the time.
Yeah,
so.
Which is even more bizarre. He's like so crazy to hear someone like that dude does something like that. But it's super dope to hear his stories, honestly. He does repeat himself sometimes. But I mean, all boomers do. They always like talk about the same story. You're like, you already told this one, but keep listening.
Yeah, like I've heard the story about him being Muhammad Ali's bodyguard multiple times, but it doesn't get old. It's like that's still like, if I was Muhammad Ali's bodyguard,
you would want to tell that over and over. That's not something you're gonna let go, honestly. So yeah. What else? What else you got for some of the best stories?
I think when we had You, Me, and Mars is always fun. Oh, that one episode where we did it on stereo. We've also gone through multiple platforms. We used to use stereo.
That's true. We used to use a stereo.
Now we don't use stereo.
I know. We met some cool friends on there and stuff like that. Yeah. That was kind of cool because we would actually do it on stereo. It was like what we had to use at the time.
Yeah.
Damn, I haven't even used that app in forever. I know. I think I was scrolling through through my old feed, not old feed, but like friends list, just because I was like, it's kind of clearing out the friends list, you know.
Yeah.
There's people just I don't need to like have their, or no, not like that. I'm sorry. If you're still there, just know you should be thankful that you're still there. By the way,
I gotta unfollow people on Instagram.
That's why there was just like a bunch of shit that I was like, it was just old like pages, like random crap. Like I was like, I don't need to be following this. Like it's just like memes or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And I was just like a bunch, or people I don't even know anymore, and I'm just like, I don't need to be following this. Like you're not even fucking relevant. I don't need to be following meme pages. I need to be following something more educational or something more inspiring to like my feed. But then there's some people that came up and I was like, who is this? And then like it was people from Stereo and I was like,
the Stereo people.
I was like,
they're still on there too.
They are still on there.
I think part of the reason we didn't do Stereo is because like they were playing that bullshit game where it's like some random people with no following would get verified.
Oh, yeah. I do remember that.
Because you're supposed to be able to get paid on there, and we were bringing like a big audience on there.
We were, dude. Some of the interactions that were happening on there were really fucking good.
So it was like, we deserve to get paid. So I think that was part of it. I was like, fuck. But all these things, I got demonetized on YouTube recently, and it's because I used videos from TikTok. I was like,
Long sword style.
Why do they always play that?
Oh, speaking of which, if anyone sees, I am actually.
I forgot to tell you.
Yeah.
You gotta show them the back.
Show them the back. Yeah. I am wearing one of the official merches for Longsword Styles.
Our first shirt.
Yeah, this is our
technically.
First shirt. Well, Mars is getting another. What do you call it? So yeah.
This is the shout out to King Mars for the design. This is our first team design. You know, like I've released a couple shirts, but as a team, this is our first one. By the way, the whole look is cool because you got the hair, it fits. You got the headband, like it all fits with the shirt.
Fucking LA, yeah, totally LA.
But it fits like the Longsword style like brand or that particular shirt.
Well, I am one of the creators, so I should be fucking modeling for this shit, and you guys should be following my lead.
I know we got to do that. Well, I don't have a fucking shirt, or I would.
Not you. I was talking about the other people that are gonna be wearing this shit. That's gonna be buying it for us. So like, follow my lead. Yeah, this is the look we're getting down. I know, totally 90s, right? Fucking flannel, Chuck Taylor's, fucking graphic design shirt with a headband on and stuff.
Yeah,
pretty 90s. Also very fucking Silver Lake. He's a super fucking hipster.
I do want to have headbands for Longsword style, by the way.
Oh, that'd be sick.
I think it would fit, especially.
Well, we have stickers. We have shirts, sweaters. We're doing designs for the sweaters, like sleeves designs. Mars is talking about doing pants and board shorts, which I'm on board for.
Yeah, that would be cool.
No pun intended.
Oh, probably like swim trunks would be cool.
Yeah, dude, swim trunks would be amazing. That we said too, tracksuits as well is something that we're actually putting out as tracksuits.
Tracksuits. We gotta have all that.
Yeah. So one of the official merches for Longsword Style. The brand is here.
Yeah.
No, that's another reason why I wore this though, is because it's your 200th episode, and I was like, okay, I gotta bring something out that's gonna fucking fly. There's some fireworks there in the sky.
Yeah. So thank you for doing that. Like I mean, it's cool to see it in.
I do things special for the ones I love, and the ones that don't just die to me. Okay, sorry, that was really rough. Sorry, that was really harsh. Sorry, scratch that.
You know what I feel a little better about is my microphone's a blue microphone, and so are these. The one I use for podcasting.
Oh yeah, blues are cool.
They're good.
I see
good. Russell Brand uses the same microphone.
They're good. Sennheisers, Shure 87s are like the fucking. The revolving like microphone. Blues are pretty cool. They're kind of standard when it comes to it, depending on how much you're putting onto it.
But some of these like big podcasters use the same mic as me.
I personally, if we're gonna talk about mics, I personally like Royers, but Royers are fucking expensive.
Yeah. No,
actually, I don't like that
cool.
word.
Well, specifically for podcasting, like it's a good mic.
Yeah,
you know?
I like Royers.
Some of them are built more for that.
Well, depending on, I mean, like this is getting towards like the audio engineer side of me, but depending on like. On what you're recording, different microphones work for different situations.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But you can use, I mean, as long as like how my professor said it is like learn all the rules like back and forth, and then just break them all. Like if you need to have a certain microphone on a kick drum, fucking switch it out with something else and see how that works. Like fucking like make the shit work for you if you know how to work it. Like don't just make it work for you. That's what it's there for. So
yeah, exactly.
That's the whole thing. But yeah, back to the 200th episode thing. Honestly. How do you feel? Like, what's some of the favorite moments? What's besides that? What you just said? What was it that you just said?
Interviewing people around the world.
Yeah,
cool.
that was one. What was his name? Boombox? No.
Bonehead.
Yeah,
that was cool. That was cool. That whole thing. Oh, one thing. I mean, this isn't really a moment, but one thing. I don't know if I even told you this, but this show is in the top 3% most shared on Spotify.
Everybody get that?
Which is crazy. That blows my mind. Because sometimes I don't even feel like it's doing that well. So it makes me question the numbers.
Well, that's the thing, though. If I mean, a lot of people have actually listened to it my end, too, because I'm like, oh, I want to be interviewed on a podcast. And they're just all like, oh, where? Like, let me hear it. And I'm like, do you really want to hear me banting off on how I fucking hate everybody? Like, no, I don't hate everybody. That's a lie. I love everybody.
Fuck everyone.
I know. Well, yeah, fuck everyone, but I do love everybody, so don't
Fuck
worry.
everyone and love everyone.
There you go.
Yeah.
Pretty much. No, it's but no, a lot of people have asked like, oh, where are you going to be on? And I just give them the Spotify link, and then people just listen to it on there. So there's been multiple listeners from all kinds all over the place. You've gotten some off of fucking stereo.
Yeah, there'll be these random bursts too.
Yeah, you just shared everywhere and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure people love podcasts. So.
Yeah.
Good on you, mate.
I need to make more clips. That's the problem.
I said that with an accent. Hold on, hold on. Good on you, mate. I actually put it in through and actually having all these wankers listen to you. Trials. All right.
It's the character.
Yeah. There we go. My bad.
Been learning more accents lately.
$900
a days.
So what else? What else do you got?
Okay. Over underrated. We're gonna get into it. Or properly rated.
Oh, I thought we were talking about more of the 200 episode thing. But go ahead. Yeah, over under.
Oh yeah, I'll reflect on that too, and you know.
I be getting over and under. All right.
So L.A. overrated, underrated, properly rated. that's tougher than it seems like.
Actually, you know what? I think people are pretty fucking self-aware of how LA is now, especially the ones that live in it. So I think it's kind of actually properly rated.
Properly rated? I think that might
not
be
over
fair.
Because like especially a lot of things on TikTok. I see people all over TikTok. I see people like even like come and visit it and shit like that. And then people have like a good mindset of it how it is now. And I'm like, especially living here, I'm like, yeah, like you get it. Yeah. LA is LA for a reason. It's like part of it.
Yeah, I think I'd agree. If anything, it might be underrated because there's so much hate for LA. But I would say properly rated's fair because there's a lot of hate, there's a lot of love, there's a lot of stuff where it's like people make it seem like there's more.
Like fucking 90% of the demographic here is not from Los Angeles, so it's just like kind of annoying when people are like. That's the thing I'm gonna say it again, but I've actually said this to like multiple Uber drivers that are like actually from here. Yeah, I was like, because people come here. And then they're like, LA's weird. Like, all the people there are weird. And it's like, no, all of you people that are from different states and countries come here, and you are all weird. And then you interact with each other, and you are all fucking, you guys are all fucking weirdos. It's like the people that actually
they probably meet a bunch of transplants.
Yeah, and then like you and the people that are actually from LA are like, just leave us the fuck alone and go back home. Like, please. Like, but that's the thing, too. Other people are fucking making their cities LA now, so.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, what about the IE? Overrated,
overrated.
Overrated, you think?
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's underrated, but just because I feel like people shit on the IE all the time.
People do shit on the IE, but like they've been coming up a lot more. On top of that, I think they've been getting too much of like airheadedness, too much like, what is it called? They're kind of sitting on a high pedestal right now, where they're like, I wore the shit, and it's just like,
I kind of thought you might say that though, but I feel like
don't get me wrong, IE do be coming out with some shit though, for real.
Like I would say, I guess I'm comparing it to if I were, so let's say you give me the option of like, you could live in a big city in another state, or you could live in the IE.
I'd probably live in the IE.
I'd live in the IE unless it's like maybe New York, you know. New York might be cool. New York City.
Yeah. No, I'd be coming up though for sure. I mean, you know, Bakersfield. At least you're not living out there.
I'd probably rather live in San Diego than the IE.
Really?
Yeah, probably.
I was gonna say was that overrated or underrated? I feel like actually,
San
you know
Diego?
what? I feel
San Diego's
like
cool.
I feel like IE
Or like that. I'm talking about the San Diego County. That stretch of cities is pretty cool. Or maybe you don't like it. I don't know.
I haven't been to. I can't even say. I would say I fucking San Diego is overrated only because fucking what do you call it? The stupid ass Padres.
Padres, yeah.
But no, dude, I haven't been to fucking San Diego since I was like, I don't know, fucking 13.
They got nice beaches there, I would say, but they shit on LA County beaches. And I was thinking about it the other day. I'm like,
LA County beaches do suck.
Well, no, LA County beaches is Malibu and Manhattan Beach and Santa Monica.
There's also what is it? Fucking.
Those are.
Oh, sorry, I gotta say this correctly. Hermosa Beach.
Yeah,
sorry.
And there's.
I can't say that with a Spanish accent, or else I get crucified.
There's Redondo Beach.
Yeah.
Waves deep as Redondo Beach.
Yeah.
No,
Long Beach.
Yeah, Long Beach I think is in the category where people shit on it. I like Long Beach, but I could see why some people don't.
Yeah, there's a lot of pollution in it.
Yeah, the beaches themselves.
Yeah.
But there's so many beaches there, so some beaches do, some beaches don't.
Yeah,
you know?
Santa Monica's trash.
Yeah, but I feel like
the pier's cool. I mean, I feel like the pier's cool if you go there and like for the first time and like adventure and shit like that. And it's also connected to Venice, so like that whole stretch is like a nice, good first experience. But I don't know.
But like the Orange County and San Diego County people are they'll shit on LA County.
Orange
beaches.
County is trash.
I'm
Sorry.
like Orange County beaches are not better, especially like since Malibu is LA County. Those are some of the nicest beaches.
Yeah.
There. It's like 21 miles of beaches.
Yeah.
I was there like last weekend.
I know. I mean, I don't like Orange County people.
Yeah.
I have nothing against them. It's just, it's not my scene. I lived in Santa Ana forever. So,
Santa Ana.
Yeah, so I fucking lived in.
That's Orange County. But that doesn't feel as much like Orange County, huh?
Not really.
It doesn't.
I lived in a pretty ghetto area too, so.
Yes, that city
17th and Bristol, homie.
That city feels different.
Yeah.
Because I used to do a lot of like deliveries.
I mean, I don't
and
have
shit.
really hate for Orange County. It's just that, yeah, some of the people are just kind of very pretentious, and I got burned by quite a few of them. So I was just like, kind of shows you guys' demographic on how you like really treat each other. So I don't know. I mean, I have no hate. I hold no grudges. So I just notice the actions that you take, and if I don't see that action reciprocated, then I know who you are as a person. You know, if you are out here saying that you're giving love and you're not really giving love and you're just saying it, not being about it, then too bad, so sad. No, but besides the beaches though, like, oh, don't get me wrong, like I do love Balboa. I love Laguna is my favorite out of all of them.
I think that's Orange County.
Yeah, that is Orange County. Corona del Mar for sure is another good one. There's a good line of them. I don't really care.
Manhattan Beach is LA County too.
Yeah, I don't care for like Newport or Huntington. I think those places are overrated as fuck.
Oh, those beaches.
So, yeah, those are just so overrated places, and like everyone's like, that's where all the fun's at. I'm like, that's where all the cliche bros and fucking like, all like that fucking like,
fucking Huntington Beach. You have to pay like $20 for parking.
Yeah, and it's like
that's
the same
wild.
shit. It's like seriously the same
for
shit
nature?
over and over. Yeah, it literally like Huntington, and on top of that, Huntington has a fucking curfew.
Yeah,
Huntington closes at 10, which is like really fucking whack, and it's just like nah. Like if you fucking with, I feel like if you fucking with Huntington like that, I'm just like. You're a fucking toddler. Like you're a preteen that still thinks that fucking like that shit's cool. And that's what I did. I used to hang out there when I was a teenager and think it was cool. And then now I'm like, nah, this place sucks.
Yeah, I mean it's still a beach city. It's still a beach. I can't hate on it too much, but for their attitude to be like, oh, LA County beaches suck. I'm like, I'd rather be in fucking Malibu than Huntington Beach.
Yeah, no,
you know?
Manhattan, on top San Luis Obispo.
Yeah.
Like shit like that. So people forget about those beaches up there. I still want to go to Big Sur though.
That's a good one.
I have never been. I've always wanted
man.
to go.
We got to go with a bunch of Sureños.
I know, you
the
keep
big
saying
Surs and Big Surs.
and Big Surs.
You know, that would be tight. Take a fucking team picture, you know?
Team picture. Yeah, the squad.
Yeah. That shit would be funny though. Just like, all right,
By the way, public service announcement. If you think that Summer Nights by Little Rob is a fucking jam, it is not. Stop playing
ain't
this,
nothing
please.
like them summer nights.
I'm near the Pacific, to be specific.
Yeah, yeah.
The hardest bar that year has ever seen.
Gonna be ready to party.
Yeah.
Okay,
Pop up the
music.
trend.
Overrated, underrated, properly rated.
Ooh.
Music in general. Just music in general, not a genre or anything.
What do you mean? Like, just music in general?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Nah. I don't know. That's pretty tough. Because I was going to say, like, there's a lot of fucking fake shit right now. Well, because, like I said, there's a lot of entertainers and there's a lot of artists. But then, like, if we're also going from, like, a whole discography of, like, the old music to the new music, it's just, I don't know. Not including Little Rob. That's fucking way overrated.
Underrated.
And that's just the fuck out of my face.
You're just hating, fool.
I know. You're just hating, fool.
Rico's going to listen to this and be pissed.
I have a funny story about that. So my brother was fucking like, it's just, I'm going to tell this on air. It's just going to be funny anyways. Yeah, my brothers were hanging out. And when then they were in Colorado during the pandemic, like they got drunk one night and then like Rico, my brother's name is Rico, but like he like fucking played, he's like, oh, remember that jam by Little, and then he played Little Rob the whole night. And my brother Manuel was like, okay, I guess we got to sit here and listen to this shit. And like they were just both drunk listening to it. And then my brother tells Rico in the morning, he's like, you know you played Little Rob the whole night, right? He's like, no, I didn't. Like, who the fuck would be playing that shit? Like, he didn't even remember even going down that route. And I was like, was he like Four Loko drunk? Like, what the fuck? How does he not remember doing that?
Party.
Like,
That's funny.
That put on fucking... Funny story. I actually used to work with a coworker who was dating Little Rob's cousin.
That's a trip.
Yeah. He's like, I gotta go to like her family party and like her cousin's Little Rob. I was like, that's not intimidating. I was like, sorry, that sounds really weird.
Little Rob.
But music as a whole, what were the options? It was overrated, underrated, properly rated.
Yeah, it's a weird question. I know.
Properly. Because I feel like over time there has been shit where people are like, this doesn't sound good and this sounds like trash. But then some of the most music that's came from that era are now classics.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Like, you know, like when, like, I don't know, metal got introduced. Like, Led Zeppelin was considered metal just because of how loud it was being played. But, like that was considered trash back then. But now that shit's, like, the most classic it's ever been.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. There's just so much that's went on through music. Hip-hop. Hip-hop was revolutionary as fuck. Happy birthday to hip-hop, honestly.
Happy birthday.
It's just that, like, that was a whole thing where it was just considered, like, this is very, like, grotesque and it's just offensive and it shouldn't be publicly aired. Because of like what they're fucking talking about. It's like they're just talking about what they're talking about because of the struggles they're in. Like they're just telling their stories. Like,
yeah.
But that was seen as something shameful. And then now look at it. Hip hop owns like all of almost music at this point.
That's true. It's like it influences everything.
Yeah, hip hop influences almost everything that like comes into like any subsequent.
I would say music is underrated because I don't think it could ever get enough credit. You know, I think that in general, especially now.
Argument.
The way that people think about it, the fact that people don't fucking play instruments as much anymore,
yeah,
and all that shit. Like, I don't know. I think it is, and then the fact that people don't value lyrics,
it's losing its soul. Like everything's becoming AI generated, and like it's just like Freddie Mercury said, he said there's gonna be a day where everything's just made from a drum pad, and like it's just not gonna have any like rhythm to it or like any like human element to it. Really, it's just gonna be put onto a fucking chart.
It feels like.
Yeah, because then lyrics are like AI generated. They're making beats that are AI generated. This thing is getting too smart, and it's gonna really fuck us somewhere along the lines.
It's like there's been so many warnings too to like not let machines take over. And you just keep fucking letting that happen.
Yeah. On top of that, and then like James Cameron, I told you so. The oceanographer known as James Cameron told us not to let AI take control. So
the master of the ocean. It's pretty soon he's gonna be like
fucking
King
Poseidon
Trident.
on this. Yeah, exactly. Poseidon, this bitch.
Poseidon.
King Poseidon, James Cameron. No, it's just like the thing that happened with Drake.
It's like James Cameron, Poseidon's daddy.
Yeah, exactly. Zaddy, Poseidon's zaddy. No, it's just that okay. Then this sense like this too. Like think about the thing that happened with Drake and The Weeknd. Remember when someone made like a Drake and Weeknd AI generated song?
That was funny.
And then everyone was like, "This is fire," and then like they're like, "Oh, it's AI generated." And they're like, "This is trash." Like it was an immediate flip. Like once they found out that it wasn't real.
And for me, that exposed it.
Exactly. But then I exposed all those people and their mindsets, and on top, it exposed like just like how easily you can be fooled by that. Like honestly. And then there's times I see. Because I go on, I'm a Pinterest dude. No, I'm just playing. That's pretty gay. No, sorry, I don't mean that. I don't mean that in a bad sense. Anyways, no, there's just like I go on Pinterest and I just like there is very good art on there. There's very good hand drawn art and also like whatever kind of like art that's digital art.
Yeah.
But then there's times I look at photos and I'm like, is this real? And I'm like, wait, no, this is like because you could tell it's AI generated. And it's just AI generated art, and I'm like, this almost seems real. And then I'm glad
some of it's cool.
And I'm glad I can tell the difference, but I'm just like, what's the point if it's just fucking already made, dude? Like it's like just kind of generated like that. Like in iRobot, remember that? Where like I don't know if that's a small scene, but he like draws like a picture from his dream, and it's all perfect. And he's like, sorry, I can't draw like how you guys drew, but it's just like I'm just drawing from what my memory is. But it's like this perfectly drawn photo of like a bridge. And it's like, but he's like saying like, I'm sorry, I can't put as much as emotion and like actually like descriptive detail that you guys do into it. But the AI is like aware of that, and I was just like, well, that's because that's the point of the story, though. Sonny is like the one that feels like and sees these emotions in humans that robots don't get. So it's like that's the whole thing. Everyone remembers that movie.
Yeah,
Will Smith back in the day. Before he slapped Chris Rock, pre-existing, pre-slap.
It's pre-slap Will Smith. It's like a whole career.
I know, yeah, pre-slap, yeah. How do we say that? PSC, yeah, 20 PSC, pre-slap Chris Rock.
That's funny.
Yeah.
What about life? Overrated.
Overrated. I'm just off myself.
Overrated.
Do you not know how much I listen to Joji? How the girl I love is not going to love me, and the fact I want to kill myself every goddamn day. I play Joji on repeat.
Sucks.
Yeah, no, I'm just playing. Joji is a vibe though, for sure. That music is depressing as fuck, but the beats are so fucking good. Like I'm just like, damn, this music's so fucking good. It's so fucking depressing at the same time. Same with The Weeknd. Just I Miss You is like one of my favorite songs by The Weeknd, and it is like the most depressing song he has at all.
Yeah.
No, life. Actually, you know what? I would say underrated.
I think so. I think it is
because I've lost too many people at a young age, and my ex-girlfriend committed suicide on me, and I feel like if she just missed out on a part of life that's just so precious, and I feel like it's underrated. And I get it. Life is hard. Life is difficult. Life trials you. Life tests you. Life is full of mysteries. It's full of ups and downs, and you can't take it. But this is like these tests are what make or break you, and they define you, and you actually find the inner strength that you have by going through these scenarios.
Yeah.
You will never discover who you truly are if you just give up on yourself. Like if I have people that are like atheist friends and stuff like that, and I tell them all the time, like how can you love someone if you don't love yourself first? Like, like how can you do anything in life? You gotta, if you don't believe in anything, like believe in yourself.
Yeah.
You have to believe in something in this life. And that's what makes everyone so about touching and seeing and feeling and like witnessing things for it to be real. And sometimes a lot of the times life's not about that. Life's just about belief. Belief is something that you can't see, and it's going to take you to be a little bit foolish to believe in something, but that's what a belief is. Like, it allows you to be a little bit foolish and firmly believe in stuff. The Indiana Jones quote I just said, like, there's things that, like, I'm a science man, but there's things I can't explain that I've seen that it's just, like, I think it's just how hard you believe in something that which makes it real. And, like, you just can't explain some shit, like, just by facts alone. It's got to be, like, a universal spiritual thing. So, the mother soul, as we said in our album.
Soul, yeah. For real.
No, there's so much. Life is very ugly, but life also is very beautiful. And that's what, remember me, you, and Mars were saying this, like heaven and hell and like heaven and hell and purgatory are all in one place here. They're all right here. And it's just like whatever you're saying is going to draw that to you. Whatever you're thinking is going to draw that to you. And how you like define life, you got to change your mindset or change the way you look at things in order for life to change for you.
Yeah.
Because if you're just saying like my life's shit, this sucks, like life is this way, life is going to be that way repetitively for you.
I know it's cliche, but you manifest
literally
it.
though.
But it also does depend on your outlook.
Exactly.
Like a good thing can be bad, a bad thing can be good.
Exactly. See, when things, like, don't get me wrong, my mom dying at a very young age and my ex-girlfriend committing suicide on me are very fucking canon events in my life.
Yeah.
And those are the fucking things that could change you forever. Or if I didn't grow from that person, I can clearly just keep on those fucking like points in my life and be like, this is why the way I am is because that happened and now I'm not changing. It's like, that's a whole different outlook. And then like, even when things happen to me now, the way I see it is like, okay, rather than why is this happening to me, why is this happening for me? Like, what benefit am I getting out of this happening for me? Rather than be like, oh God, why is this happening to me? It's just like, no, dude, like.
You have more control than you think.
Exactly. You do have more control, and it starts right here.
And I think this sounds crazy, but we've gotten to a place where being the victim almost has too much power in people's minds.
Because everyone wants to play the victim. Everyone wants to be the victim.
Not powerful,
and everyone wants to feel like they don't want to do no wrong. Everyone's like, I don't want to be wrong, and I don't want to be I want to be the victim because like I don't want to be hurt or hurt anyone's feelings.
If you're letting shit happen to you and blaming the world, like that's not powerful.
Mm-mm.
When you blame the world, you're taking away all your power.
And you're giving it to something else.
Yeah.
Like how if you're a super fan to somebody, like if you're a super fan to someone you don't even know, like you're giving them all your power. And it's like you're not even an individual. You're what they call an NPC, honestly.
And a lot of times you're just buying into whatever is like whatever's being sold to you corporately.
See, actually, this is what I felt about the Barbie movie too, when like remember how they're waking up Barbie like from like the Ken world, and they're like, oh shit, what happened? I feel like that's what happened. Like everyone has the potential to be an NPC for sure, but everyone's also a main character of the story. So like it's like just fucking wake up, like get out of that mindset and wake up, like see that truth behind than what you're just trying to feel for in that moment. Really, it's just the whole filter, like I said, on top of your screen liking. So
yeah. That's true.
I feel like that was kind of a real kind of like reflection of what I thought, honestly, what I got out of it, honestly. Come on, Barbie. Let's go party.
Come on, Barbie. So we don't have we're running towards the end of this. Unfortunately,
out of time.
I'm hot spotting this off my phone because the studio Wi-Fi isn't working.
Got some hot spots digging my knife. Sorry,
this has worked surprisingly well. Like no issues. Like
told you
better than better than their Wi-Fi works.
I don't believe
that's the funny thing.
Problems or circumstances. I believe in results. No, well, without problems, there wouldn't really be life. There's a balance, yin and yang, as above, so below, within you, without you. But that's good. I'm glad that like your hotspot, because that's usually kind of a thing. Is I feel like
the Wi-Fi could always be an issue.
Yeah, or like your data runs low or some shit. But I mean, hey, if it fucking worked, fucking worked.
Yeah, I mean, it's been working. It's actually like it'll say it's like 99% uploaded too. At first, it was really slow, and then it sped up. So we're all good. Like everything.
Tight.
Good to know. If this ever happens again, I'll do that immediately because I was trying to figure out the damn Wi-Fi for like 15 minutes. Anyway,
I mean, I always have mine too.
We got like.
Thank you for our sponsors, the Crux.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all right. It's all right.
And I was gonna. So I guess I'm not even gonna do all these because I don't want to run through it. You know, I want to get to other things because we don't have a lot of time. But I'm gonna throw these down. Okay, let's see. Tupac, overrated, underrated, properly rated. We're getting into the controversial shit.
Fuck.
People might not like this.
Damn. Shit.
I think we might be on the same page with this.
I don't even want to say it. Like I'm just like I'm gonna say overrated, dude.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. He was amazing for the years he was there. But it's like think about it like this. What if Michael Jordan died at 25?
Yeah.
Would people say he was the greatest basketball player ever?
I feel like if Tupac's career kept going, he wouldn't be as big as he was.
Probably not. No.
Like he was a very good rapper, and when he did talk about some shit that like no, I don't know. Like
we don't know how it would have played out really.
Honestly, like because he was talking about shit that like I guess that really kind of wasn't being covered, but at the same time like it was though. Like he was just like it was so new, you know, and like. Now rappers do that. They're like, oh, now they're talking about like the real struggle and stuff like that. But it's like he was doing it from that age, and then he became gangster rap because of fucking Suge Knight. Fuck Suge Knight, first off. Fuck that fool.
And I feel that,
hate.
And it's kind of the same with Biggie. It's like the same type of thing.
Yeah,
he only had one.
He only had, I guess,
when he was actually
when alive.
When he was alive,
exactly. Yeah,
one right after.
Exactly.
But, like that's still only 2 albums,
exactly.
And it's like in a lot of people's minds, that's the GOAT, and no one can surpass that. It's like you're chasing a ghost that you can't beat.
Exactly.
But it's weird because we don't do that in other venues.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do that with athletes, where it's like, oh yeah, this guy's the GOAT, you know.
I know. I feel like for musicians, it's like they have to die in order to become like recognized as like the greatest, or like
Yeah.
retire at an old age. I don't
It's
know.
weird how that works, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What about Eminem? Yeah. I'll see what you think. So I have a thought on it.
I think I know where you're going with this too. I know people are gonna jump the gun and say overrated for sure, but I don't think so. I think he's just properly rated. He's not underrated at all to me. Honestly, he's proved his worth. He's gone through a lot. He's done a lot of things. He's done a lot of stupid things for sure. Like,
Yeah.
he's out of things where you're like, what the
He
fuck?
walked Terrence Crawford to the ring. That was pretty cool.
On top of that, oh nice, that is
Yeah.
fucking cool. There's that saying, "You're only as good as you are bad." He's been pretty fucking bad sometimes, and then
Yeah.
on top of that, he's been the
Hit some lows.
flip. As
Yeah.
above, so below. He's flipped that. Like, however bad you are is how good you're gonna. And
Yeah.
I don't know. He definitely, and he's on the game where he's almost about Trace, I believe, said that. Like, I think he was influenced by Trace, and Trace was like, when I heard him, this is the guy that said I knew that can take me out. But it's like, oh, Eminem thought that about you. When he heard you rap, he was like, this is the guy that almost made me stop rapping. Like,
Yeah.
so it's like, I don't know, like. He has his respects and shows his love for the hip hop game, and yeah, he's getting older and he's changed so much. I don't know. I gotta say, probably properly rated, honestly.
This is how I feel. I think he was, as great as he is, I think he was overrated.
Mm-hmm.
And then now I think he's underrated because I think a lot of people think he like sucks or like he's like lost it. And like I don't think he fell off as hard as some people act like.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I would say. But if you balance those out, he'd be properly rated.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of how I like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So maybe that is the answer.
That's why.
Because it's like
I've heard interviews of him where he talks about like how he like raps now,
yeah,
and like how he uses these play on words and syllables, and like if you cannot make something rhyme, how he can like transloop the word to kind of make it rhyme with something that he's doing and make it have that. But he's like, I'm not just doing it just to be dumb. Like I'm actually trying to have that double meaning behind it. And I'm like, well, that's him having wordplay. And I'm like, it's like kind of, it's really fucking smart. And I'm just like,
it's a lot of wordplay.
yeah. And I'm like, you know what? Like I can't deny that. Whatever. Well, we have
like
5 minutes left. We have 5 minutes on this 200th episode, ladies and gentlemen.
So I'll do a couple of these real quick.
Yeah, turn the camera back to you. I have too much face time.
I'm gonna close it at the end with me, of course, but I mean, because I have to say bye. But I was gonna say this one's gonna be probably controversial. Kendrick.
Oh shit! Did I stop that? I didn't stop that. Right?
Oh shit! Did it stop? Or
Yes.
no? No, it's still going.
Okay, right?
Yeah, we're still going.
Okay, my bad. Kendrick? No, turn it around. It's going to you.
All right. Okay.
Kendo, I
At
would
this
say
point.
properly rated.
You think?
Yeah, a lot of people loved To Pimp a Butterfly, Damn, and fucking Damn, and what do you call it? The Good Kid, Mad City. You know me, I'm a Kendrick fucking synopsis on this shit. But like, no, I think it's probably because when Mr. Morales and the Midnight Steppers came out, a lot of people didn't like it. I loved it. I loved exactly what he was talking about, what he was delivering, and I just feel like because people were just like, he fell off or he's not that great and shit like that. I'm like, and then people are still like, he's the greatest of all time. I'm like, honestly, he just doesn't give a fuck about what anyone thinks about how he made that album. He just wanted to make what he wanted to make.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's not overrated anymore at all because he's like, because I feel like if he came out with this album and like it would sound exactly like Damn, then it would be like kind of an overrating because he could just be fitting the pedestal. It would just be fitting the fucking generic kind of fucking like gangster rapper from California kind of thing. And it's just like, like, no, he's just walking on his own 2 feet on what he wants to do, really. So whatever. Like, I like it.
Yeah. I don't think it was a bad album. And I don't think
You made an
it was-
episode about it called Miss Morales and the Mid Steppers. You fuck.
Yeah, it was mid. It was Midder Morale and the Track Skippers.
Damn,
But
fucked up.
I know. I think it was I think it would have been impossible for it to live up to like that long of a layoff. To be fair, like so it's like that's almost like unfair.
That was a
position to
5-year
be in.
gap, though, right?
Yeah, that's a long time.
Remember? Okay, I was reading a meme about this, and I was like, "That is so fucking true." But like Gorillas, like people are like, "Oh my god, it's taking 1 year for them to come up with an album. Like, why are they so lazy?" And then it's like old Gorillas fans, it's like we get one song after 5 years, and it's like yes, because remember that like Gorillas albums used to take like 5 years out of fucking time, and I was like, I miss those days when it was like you have to wait for the anticipation of the Gorillas.
Yeah.
Actually, There's someone I've listened to throughout all my life. You know how Spotify will be like, oh, this is the artist you've listened to throughout like the years or decades. I've listened to Gorillaz ever since we found out about them, and I've been listening to them like from like
damn, that is a trip,
yeah, from that album to Demon Days to Plastic Beach to Humans to fucking the Machines. What is it called? Whatever machine, Funk Machine or whatever it's called.
Song Machine.
Song Machine. There we go. That it's just that they've been making music to go like, and they've been just transcending through like different like genres, and they're so like complex and stuff like that that I've never stopped listening to them. They've always been in my playlist somewhere along the lines. And if it's not the old stuff, it's not. If it's not the old shit, it's the new shit. I'll go back and listen to old albums. Like I went back and listened to fucking Plastic Beach, and I was like, this fucking album aged so fucking goddamn well.
Yeah, it's still good. Dude.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not better than Demon Days, obviously. I mean, I know that I like Plastic Beach better for like how much it, like, you know.
It's weird when Plastic Beach came out. I think I had it up there with that, but then now I'm like, oh, now Demon Days is crazy.
Demon Days had a fucking way better ending. Like Plastic Beach could have done that. Like Plastic Beach whole opening to like middle of it is very fucking good, even to the ending. But they didn't finish strong.
Yeah.
And Demon Days did something where it just like had these jams and it just rode you to this fucking climactic ending where you're like, what the fuck was that? Like, holy shit.
Yeah, for sure.
No, but yeah. Well, Gorillaz, overrated, underrated, or actually
probably properly, I'd say.
Yeah, I would say properly.
If anything, maybe leaning towards under more.
Really?
With Kendrick, I would have said I'd lean towards.
Do you believe that Damon Albarn isn't working with enough people? I haven't seen that wanko actually working around peoples in the Sussex.
With Sussex. Well, unfortunately, though, we're about to lose this, so I want to have like a proper goodbye, you know.
Proper goodbye.
So thank you to everyone listening. Thank you for coming on. Really,
of
like
course.
The show wouldn't be the same without you, so I really do appreciate it, and thank you for all your years of friendship.
Aw, thanks for you too. I mean, I wouldn't be anywhere without my brother at my side, so, you know.
Same. You know, we really have grown a lot.
King Mars, always a stone in the loop. Don't forget, that's all three of us, this trifecta. Me, King Mars, and Zero Graph, King Mars, and New Jack up in the business.
A happy 200, everybody.
I know, promotional longsword style. Find the merch on the webs.
Yeah. I guess that's it for this week. We'll be back next week.
200th episode. Be proud of yourself. That's a very long commitment that
I try.
that you've definitely come into fucking coalition with. So very cool, my friend. Very cool.
Thank you.
All right, and with that, we end this bitch. Dang, you